My beloved child, I need you to listen very carefully to what I am about to tell you. This message is not just important, it's crucial. It concerns someone who is deeply important to you, someone with whom you have envisioned spending the rest of your life. I see your love for them, your hopes, your dreams of a future together. But, my child, there is something happening that you need to be aware of. This person, your loved one, is in trouble. They are battling something dark, something that is pulling them down a path of destruction, and they may be closer to the edge than you realize. You might think you know them well. You might feel that you share everything with each other. But I want you to understand that there are parts of their heart and mind that they have not revealed to you. They are struggling with burdens that they have kept hidden, even from you. These burdens are heavy, and they are leading them down a dangerous path. You need to hear this, not just with your ears, but with your heart. This person you love is fighting battles in the shadows, battles that could lead them to make choices that could harm them or others. I am telling you this because I do not want you to be blindsided. I want you to be prepared, to be vigilant, and to be ready to offer the support they need. My beloved child, if your heart longs for my blessings, express your faith by saying yes I need below. Let your words invite my grace into your life. I see everything, my child. I see the pain that your loved one is carrying, the pain they might not even fully understand themselves. This pain is deep, and it is affecting their thoughts, their actions, and their decisions. They may be trying to hide it, to push it down, to pretend that everything is okay. But it's not okay. The pain they are experiencing is real, and it is leading them to contemplate actions that could have serious consequences. They are struggling with thoughts that are dark, thoughts that are leading them to believe that there is no way out, no hope, no future. They might be considering things that you never imagined they would, things that could change everything forever. One of the most important things I need you to understand is that they need help. But here's the challenge: they don't know how to ask for it. They may feel ashamed, afraid, or too overwhelmed to reach out. They might think that admitting they need help is a sign of weakness or that it will burden you. But I am telling you this because they need you now more than ever. They need someone who can see beyond the surface, someone who can recognize the signs, someone who is willing to step in even when it's uncomfortable. They need you to be that person, my child. They need you to listen, to ask the right questions, to offer support without judgment. I know you love this person deeply, and because of that love, you may be tempted to believe that everything is fine, that they are okay. But I am asking you to pay attention, to look closely, to listen carefully. The signs are there, but they might be subtle. Perhaps they are withdrawing from you, becoming more distant, or acting out in ways that seem unusual for them. Maybe they are expressing feelings of hopelessness, despair, or even saying things that suggest they don't see a future for themselves. Do not dismiss these signs as mere stress or mood swings. They are signals that something is very wrong, that your loved one is in trouble and needs help. Pay attention, my child. Do not let these signs go unnoticed. This is not something that can wait. I am urging you to act now. The longer this pain, this struggle, goes unaddressed, the deeper it will take root in their heart and mind. Time is of the essence. They need someone to intervene before it's too late. I know it's scary to confront something like this, to bring up difficult conversations, to face the possibility that someone you love is in such deep pain. But I am with you, and I will give you the strength and the wisdom you need. I will guide your words, your actions, and your heart as you reach out to them. Love is not just about sharing the good times, it's about standing by someone in their darkest hours. I need you to love this person enough to ask the hard questions. It might feel uncomfortable, and you might be afraid of what you will hear, but these questions could be the lifeline they need. Ask them how they are really feeling. Ask them if they are struggling with thoughts of self-harm or hopelessness. Ask them if they need help, and let them know that you are there for them, no matter what. They need to know that they are not alone, that you care enough to walk through this darkness with them. This person you loved is trying to carry a burden that is too heavy for them to bear alone. They need your support, your understanding, your presence. Be there for them in whatever way you can. Sometimes, just knowing that someone is there, that someone cares, can make all the difference. Offer them your hand, your shoulder, your ear. Let them know that they do not have to go through this alone. Encourage them to seek professional help if they need it, and offer to help them find the resources they need. Be patient with them, be compassionate, and be consistent in your support. My child, do not underestimate the power of prayer. When you feel helpless, when you do not know what to do or say, come to me in prayer. I am listening, and I am ready to move on their behalf. Pray for their healing, for their peace, for their strength. Pray that they will have the courage to reach out for help, that they will feel my presence and my love surrounding them. I am already working in their life, even if you cannot see it. Your prayers are a powerful tool, and they can help bring about the change, the healing, the intervention that is needed. So pray, my child, and trust that I am listening and that I am responding. I know that this situation might feel overwhelming, that you might feel helpless in the face of their pain, but I want you to know that there is hope. There is always hope, no matter how deep their pain, no matter how dark their thoughts. I am greater than all of it. I can bring light into the darkest places, healing to the deepest wounds, and hope to the most hopeless situations. Do not give up on them, my child. Do not lose hope. Keep believing, keep loving, keep supporting them. I am working in ways that you cannot see, and I am bringing the help they need. There is always hope, and together, you can help them find it. As you navigate this difficult situation, I want you to listen to your heart, for that is where I am speaking to you. I will guide you in what to say, in what to do, in how to reach out to them. Trust the instincts I have placed within you. Trust the love that you have for this person, and trust that I am with you every step of the way. If this message has filled you with my peace, let your love shine by tapping the like button, for I am pleased with you. I am speaking to you, giving you the wisdom, the strength, the courage you need. Listen carefully, my child, and follow the promptings of your heart. You are not alone in this. I am with you, and together we will bring them through this. As you reach out to your loved one, I want you to be gentle with them. They are in a fragile state, and they need your compassion, your understanding, your love. But at the same time, I need you to be firm. Do not shy away from the truth. Do not ignore the signs, and do not be afraid to speak up when something is wrong. They might resist your efforts at first. They might try to push you away, but do not let this stop you. Be firm in your love, in your concern, in your commitment to helping them. Sometimes, the greatest act of love is to confront the truth, even when it's painful. In this situation, I am using you as my instrument of love, of healing, of hope. I have placed you in this person's life for a reason, and I am calling you to be my hands, my voice, my presence to them. You have the ability to make a difference, to bring light into their darkness, to help them find their way back to hope. But remember, you are not doing this alone. I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and giving you everything you need to fulfill this role. Trust in me, lean on me, and let me work through you. This is not going to be easy, my child. Helping someone who is in trouble, who is struggling with deep pain, is a journey that will require patience, perseverance, and a lot of love. There will be ups and downs, moments of progress, and moments of setbacks. But I want you to be prepared for this journey, to commit to walking alongside them, no matter how long it takes. You may need to seek help and support for yourself as well. Do not be afraid to reach out to others, to find a community, that can support both you and your loved one through this process. You are not expected to carry this burden alone. I am here, and I will provide the support you need. Even as you read this, I am already at work in the life of the person you love. I am touching their heart, speaking to their spirit, and preparing the way for their healing and restoration. You may not see it yet, but I am moving in ways that are beyond your understanding. Trust that I am already working on their behalf. Trust that my love for them is even greater than your own. Trust that I am bringing the right people, the right resources, the right opportunities into their life to help them through this. Finally, my child, never forget that my love is stronger than anything they are facing. It is stronger than their pain, their fear, their darkness. My love can break through the toughest walls, heal the deepest wounds, and restore the most broken hearts. My love is with them, surrounding them, holding them, even when they cannot feel it. And my love is with you, giving you the strength, the courage, the wisdom, and the peace you need to walk this journey with them. You are not alone, my child. They are not alone. I am with you both, now and always. My precious child, be a vessel of my divine light and love. Your super thanks gift is crucial in spreading my word to all corners of the earth. Together, we can transform darkness into light. Press the super thanks and let my blessings overflow in your life. Beloved child, never turn away from these words. Just give me a moment of your precious time. Bug the following words with all your heart and listen tentatively. Do not let anything sway your mind, for your heart is open wide, and my word shall be written upon it. The peace that passed all understanding will come upon you as you receive this message. Therefore I want to beseech you to hear with patience. My word is a lamp unto thy feet for guide and a light upon thy path for wisdom. Seek you after me with all your heart, and let it be a habit of daily seeking in thy Bible. Read it not just to read, but to feed your soul, to learn and to grow. With every page you turn, you shall feel my presence, you shall hear my voice whispering to your spirit. I am always speaking. Are you listening? You have prayed without ceasing, through days into nights, and I know the waiting has been so very hard, filled with silent tears and quiet battles. Remember, just like a potter with clay, I am molding you even when you do not feel my touch or see the changes. I am working, smoothing your fears, refining your flaws to remake your character and view on life. As lonely as waiting in silence can be, and long tearful nights of yearning, remember this: I am always near to you. It is at these times that you may feel really lonely, yet I am there, with you in my arms, comforting you through the trial. When the daylight dawns and blessings for which you have waited so long finally materialize, you will see these momentous changes within yourself. The answers that you looked for will not be just the ends, but the achievements of an amazing journey toward growth. You will come to know that in every moment of waiting, in every tear shed, a divine pattern was formed to fashion you into who you are meant to be. These things, though very often painful and tumultuous, serve a growing purpose. It is the furnace through which I am refining your character, the anvil on which your faith is being hammered out, and the crucible where your understanding of my love and my providence is being deepened. In the quiet reflections, I want you to see how patience weaves threads of beauty into your soul. The strength born of enduring uncertainty with unwavering faith is testimony to how much resilience I have built into you. In looking back, the challenges that often appeared so impossibly huge, defining at best, to overwhelm you now reveal themselves as very critical chapters of your life's journey. And although the going was rough, each was a needed step in the lesson of the value of endurance and the building up of wisdom within you. Even a child will know these cannot be tests, but are carefully designed opportunities. Within each conflict lies a lesson that will prepare you for greater things in the future. I am always with you, guiding and comforting you in each stage of your life. Trust that in even these times of doubts, When things are hard, my love is that constant, unchanging beacon. You go farther, much learned has been done, with you upon your shoulders. Let them lead you into the challenges of new. Each of the steps you take leads you closer to the realization of that specific plan I have for you in this journey. Know that you're never alone. I walk right beside you, offering my help and strength. So whatever this life brings, may you do it with faith, and may the surety of my presence bring peace to your heart. You'll find that what once was unbeatable is now beatable, and your spirit stronger for it day by day. Be it known that out of this growth, joy and peace will be brought forth, because every chapter of life is penned out of deep love and service. Let the knowledge move forward to truly shift the way in which you see every new challenge or time of waiting, not with fear, but with openness to the lessons and the growth that may come about. For in my perfect timing, blessings come, and these come usually in forms more profound and impactful than you could have imagined. Always remember, my child, in these moments of waiting, you are being formed, guided, and loved continuously by me. Never abandoned, but cherished. This journey you are walking is not a life of getting somewhere but of becoming who I shaped you to be. Every challenge, every obstacle that comes your way is a painting stroke and a masterpiece I am drawing. Believe in my timing, lean in my strength, and keep your heartbeat synchronized with mine. Trust me, what we are about to write will be a story of victory, metamorphosis, and endless grace. I do know the battles you have been fighting are too many, and I see the weariness in your steps. But I bring you a message of hope and renewal. The day approaches when peace and joy will fill your home, and I will be there to greet you. I will not just be a guest in your home, but will also extend my hand to all around you, to those whose hearts appear sealed and hard. But watch how I can break them down, soften them, make them into something better, and do with them as I am doing with you. Today, I want to urge you, open your eyes and behold the transformation that is beginning to take place all around you. The harvest season of your love seed is sprouting in your life, and from those small beginnings shall come new days and ways of amazing glory. Those days that shall be will be so full of light that the old sorrows and the darkness of yesternight shall recede and grow dim in your rememberings. You will not be crushed by despair and discouragement again, and depression will not hold your spirit in its clutches. The emotional storms that once swirled around within you will quiet, and you will stand within the whisper of your prayers and the quiet moments of your days. My precious child, extend my grace by sharing this with someone who needs a reminder of my love. Remember the things I have promised you, that your future is full of hope and blessing. My good to you does not waver. Nothing that I say will go unfulfilled. That is the reason I want you to plunge into my word, the comfort and the transformation tool. Let the scriptures refresh your faith and build your character through life's complexities. Plunge richly into the depth of my promises. While considering my words, let them inflame your imagination, dreaming dreams as wide as the skies above you. Don't be afraid to dream big or have a plan that feels too big to accomplish. I have big ambitions for you, and I empower you to soar to heights that you may have previously thought out of reach. May this be the assurance that emboldens you to plan with courage and a hope that is deep enough to defy the uncertainties of this world. And in every step toward those dreams, it is I who guides your way. Fear not the unknown, for I am with you, turning even your loftiest dreams into possibilities by the power of my Spirit. Your journey toward these aspirations is a path not simply of personal fulfillment but of testifying to the divine narrative that I am writing in your life. Journey with an expectant heart, and let your eyes be set on the horizon of promise. And in so doing, your life will be something that reflects my love and my power, like a lighthouse of hope and an inspiration to those around you. Yes, let your dreams be big and your plans large, for in them is my glory manifested and my purposes accomplished. You stand confidently in this calling, knowing I am with you every step of the way, making all things possible. You deserve a brand new chance at things. Yes, some things in the past didn't turn out exactly as you had envisioned, but this one is different. Your faith and commitment open up to you unprecedented success that will blow your mind. For I am with you. Your steps I will order and your future bless with things beyond what you ever could imagine. It is time to embrace this truth and go forth on your journey with a hopeful heart and straining eyes on the horizon of my love. So now, my child, come closer and rest in my presence today. I am here to wait for you, arms outstretched, boundless love, to hear the deepest desires of your heart, ready to open heaven's floodgates for you, and I will make your path level and pave the way for your success. Though the doors to deep blessings are about to fling wide open for you, remain with me to the end. Restrain every thought of doubt and let my words fill your heart. You've been tried by many things, but not one of your works has been in vain. The time approaches when your faith and endurance will be rewarded. I see all you have endured. I know what is in your heart, and you don't seek any mean or superficial things like rewards, fame, or recognition. Your struggle is honest. It's about earning something for your family members, freeing yourself from debts, and being there for the ones dear to you. Your motives are pure, your heart upright, and all you want to see is what is right and good. Be at peace, for I am ever present to bless you beyond measure according to my divine plan crafted just for you. Yes, my preparations are underway in opening the great windows of heaven, from which I shall pour down rich and so bountiful blessings to you that they shall not only meet, but also exceed all your needs. And this abundance shall be a witness to my great liberality and the depth of my love for you. And while these things are beginning to happen in your life, you will find yourself standing over in awe at the surplus that overflows from my hand. This overflow is intended not just for you to survive, but to be a channel of my generosity. You will have enough means to bless others, as you have been blessed, sharing freely and joyously and spreading the warmth of my love to everyone through acts of kindness and charity. This is not an accidental outpouring, but a reflection of my intention to see you well and help in nourishing the community around you. As you receive, so give out again in return with the gifts that have been placed upon you to lift, support, and strengthen those around you. For it is in this way that you reflect my love and compassion onto the world, becoming like a beacon of hope and a witness to the world of just how dynamic and life-changing divine love truly is. So take this time of plenty with thanksgiving and responsibility. Let the knowledge of my love and provision instill in you confidence and courage as you walk along the path I have laid out for you. Be assured, my child, that every blessing has its purpose, and every act of giving causes ripples to spread far beyond what the eye could ever see. Trust in my plan, full of promise and prosperity for you and through you to the world. And so now, as you enter this new chapter of your life, as you receive such blessings, you shall find deep release from all which has oppressed you. So peace shall settle upon your life like a soft, refreshing wind. You will feel free from burdens and cares which through the years have become yours. And in this newfound peace you will be free. Remember, my promises are true, and my timing is perfect. Trust in me as your heart stands fast, for I am with you, always, to guide and provide. And when you do, here's what I want from you. Rise up with determination and get back to work. Let yourself rest when you must, but always be ready to stand again the next day. Do everything boldly and with a flaming zeal of your heart. Then you will be able to march on cheerfully and without complaint, even though things do not turn out as you desire or others do not comply with your wishes. Then you will be able to persevere in our divine plan. On your most difficult days, summon your courage and again get up. When you meet opposition, meet it with a smile. Be patient with those who oppose you. If they are thirsty, give them water. If they need help, lend a hand. All of this must be discreetly done. Protect your personal stories and things about which you are vulnerable. Protect your heart and the revelation you have had. Keep your character strong and show what you have learned walking with me. Stay far from those who have evil intentions and don't engage in any plan to spread untruth. For it is in this that those with ill intentions against you will be confounded by the strength shown by you, which stays upright in integrity. They shall find no way of leading you astray, and in time I will surely remove all such obstacles from your way. Remember, your journey with me is by no means at its end. Just keep marching on and on with faith, courage, and good deeds until that period which I decide is complete. Then, in the fullness of that time, when this road we are traveling is consummated, you shall be flooded in your mind with clarity and understanding. You will see the purpose behind every challenge and the growth it spurred in you. It will bring peace and a deep sense of satisfaction, knowing that every step was guided by my hand and part of a greater plan unfolding perfectly in my timing. Visualize that you are standing before a huge door, behind which lies such bounty and incredible blessings. How lovely you are to me. I feast on your presence. Treasure the prayers that come from your heart, and love the way your heart dances with joy when you close your eyes to speak with me. The cadence of your joyful heart is music to my ears, and I infuse you with divine joy that eases every discomfort, hurt, or sickness that makes its presence known within you. Today, as you hear my voice, I want you to feel love deep in your bones. You don't have to plod along through your days, heavy-footed and burdened in spirit, mourning over the hard things you experience. You are loved deeply, and today you shall be showered by my love in ways beyond your count. I am going to boldly make my love known to you, through actions and mighty words. I am going to comfort you. Any anger that a person may attempt to stir up around you, my divine love will envelop you. If sadness tries to cloud your spirit, my embrace will encircle you, erasing all sorrow from your heart and replacing it with eternal joy. Your transformation will be evident for all to see. Your family and friends will stand in amazement, wondering where your newfound happiness could have possibly originated. Even your enemies shall turn their backs, for in frustration from the futility, they will realize that all their threats against you, to blackmail or harm you, are fruitless. You shall be surrounded by a supernatural wall of protection from God encircling your home. Before your very house, thousands of angels shall stand guard day and night to ensure safety and peace for your loved ones. This protection and this rejoicing do not deal with passing things, but portray the ongoing strength and security derived from walking by my ways. Live in this truth, bask in this joy. Let it be that from your life pours over in hope and love, a beaming reflection from my presence. No matter where life shall take you, remember that mine is the fortress in which you are safe, treasured, and loved forever. This is what you need to embrace. My love is real. It is as air, something you breathe, not some sort of fleeting fantasy. My love is sure, more powerful, and glorious than any wonder you could ever imagine. This love surrounds you, keeping you and giving your life meaning. Yes, receiving my love is the greatest blessing that could come your way in your life. Your grateful heart gives me great joy. Every morning when you wake up, you thank me for the gift of a new day, laying your life and all of your days before my care. Your faith has shone like a beacon amidst all types of cynicism or even ridicule from all those who doubt an invisible, omnipotent God. Yet you stand firm in your belief, knowing full well my reality and my ever-watchful presence to oversee your every need. When you rise each morning, let it be an assurance that you are clothed in faith so deep that it will move mountains. You get up, not to meet another day, but to live fully embraced by the knowledge that you are a dear child of the universe creator. And now, this truth is not only part of who you are, but it is what makes up each moment in your life, filling you with an unshakable confidence. If you go out into the world, it manifests explicitly in how you carry yourself. Your face is such a light that it pierces into the very blackest places, bringing light to where there is shadow and hope to where there is despair. You walk through life not just as an onlooker but as a lighthouse and as a vessel of deep joy that comes with knowing who you are and whose you are. Beloved, connect with our family by subscribing so you may hear more of my messages that will strengthen and inspire your heart. Well, this great happiness and confidence do not manifest without their effects. They overwhelm the surroundings and give others light from the dark, dragging them into it. Your presence becomes a haven and an encouragement to others as it lets them know just what one looks like when living in the full assurance of one's divine origin and purpose. You teach by example. Life, in all its conflicts and turmoils, is a beautiful journey of faith and discovery if one walks in the light of this truth. Turn to your identity every day, my dear, and may it be the compass that guides your deeds and decisions. Living for the truth of who you are in me, your life becomes a witness to your faith, and actually, it is a beacon to those around you. Every decision you take and every step you tread is weaved into a much bigger tapestry of divine love and grace that holds the world. As you go forward on this path, keep in mind that your influence goes more than what is seen. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment of patience echoes and echoes, touching lives and hearts in deep, lasting ways. You are thus an essential part of a grander story, taking full part in the role that is mine, making up the next chapters and unfolding of my love and grace in every nook and cranny of this earth. I have called you to something higher than yourself. This is not a journey you are going to take alone. It is one supported and empowered by my presence. And so, at every turn and in every trial, know that I am with you, giving you strength and wisdom to press through it all. Your trials and triumphs alike become chapters in the beautiful story of redemption and hope being written through your life. So step forth with confidence and in faith, for the truth of your divine purpose will set you on high grounds of time immortal joy. As you live this identity, so shall your life be not only a journey toward fulfillment, but be enlivened as an example of divine love in action. This is your calling, your privilege, and your joy, to manifest my love in the world, to bring light to places of darkness and hope to the despairing. Remember this as you walk through life, never alone, never unloved. I am your constant companion in life, your strength in times of trial, and your joy in times of celebration. Such knowledge should give you peace and set you on a trajectory so that life's trials are met with elegance and its joys are received with thankfulness. Shine on, my dear one, like the light of my love shining out through you. Your steady, thankful spirit is such a treasure and has warmed my heart from deep inside. How the depth of your inner beauty reflects light from your soul is so deep within me, stirring my divine affection and care for you. As stillness of the night gives way to gentle whispers of dawn, hold on to the comforting truth. I am with you always. Now in those quiet times of morning, when the world is loud and the noise of life's duties is not yet stirred, remember my presence. It is in this more than any other time of day that you can hear my whisper guiding you gently into the path I set before you. These are the moments to treasure, the gifts of serenity and lightness of heart with which I would like to undergird and further assure your heart in stepping into a new day. And let the fullness of my love and care travel with you, in every step, in every action, and in every interchange through the day. May the beauty of your soul blow on the job. Your life is a living testament to divine grace, your journey, a canvas on which my love goes on perpetually writing, time and again, for all humanity to witness. Therefore, let your light shine brilliantly in guiding you through life's complexities and challenges that lie ahead. But remember, your grateful spirit does not stop at being your personal strength alone. It will also fire up others around you. It is through your example that others are to see the beauty of a life lived in harmony with divine love. You are faithful, standing in this world as a light, which is a hope and witness to all souls of what it means to be aligned with my will. Before the sun even hints at the new day, before its first rays stretch across the horizon, know that I am here with you. I am always there, ready to embrace you with my loving arms. That is a promise not only for the break of the morning, but for every morning, a promise of my steadfast presence, of an infinite love that is never outdone and stands greeting you at the dawn of every new day. As the morning breaks anew and you wake to it, let this truth grip your soul in peaceful confidence. My love for you is deep and steadfast, providing comfort but also the strength you will need for all the day will bring. Each new day, remind yourself of this infinite caring that I have for you, so perfectly fitted to meet the needs of your heart. With this awareness, go about your day, bringing the warmth of my love to every encounter and every challenge. Allow yourself the empowerment to walk in your day with grace and peace, which the people around you feel, strengthening them. This shall not be a personal blessing. It is a call to share the essence of divine love that you experience so profoundly with those around you. And toward the end of this emotive letter, I would like to share with you words that should encourage you and fill your heart with many good feelings. Expect awesome things, for the blessings that are about to break loose in your life are huge and deep. But before we move on, let me point out something close to my heart. I love you. You have felt my presence in your darkest moments, on those lonely nights when I gently soothed your heart. Yes, I provided you with divine comfort, and by morning your spirit was revitalized. Your vision of your glorious purpose, your beautiful destiny, seemed sharper than ever. The more you live each new day according to the promises I have outlined for you, the deeper your understanding of my love and your purpose will be. You see the threads of my plan, intricately woven through the tapestry of your life. Each thread is the testimonial of love, one that truly never fails. You would be empowered by this knowledge in the walking through of challenges and in the successful navigation of life's high moments. Let this be your guide to light the way. And now, as you learn to have faith in me deeper still, so shall your faith reveal hidden doors in life which you never thought could open, and a light will guide every step you may take, never falling. The journey we are on together, it's not a destination, but becoming ever closer in our bond, understanding with each passing day just how deeply you, my love, our love. As you move forward into each new day, believe with a strong certainty that my love surrounds you as your great protection and as your most excellent inspiration. Each time that you lift yourself up, remember and be confident that I am there with you, desiring so much and never giving up on the dream of watching you move toward the spectacular appointments that I have planned for you. Keep your heart wide open to the many possibilities that my love reveals. My love is much more than a comforter. It is a very enabling force that opens doors, breaks walls, and brings with itself the capacity for growth and happiness. I give you the capability through this love to take each challenge and opportunity with a boldness and joy established in the confidence of my steadfast support. Step each day with the confidence that you don't walk alone, for my presence goes before you and remains with you, guiding your steps and fortifying your spirit with each sunrise. May this knowledge now fill you with renewed energy and purpose. Allow it to transform the way you step forth into your day, the way in which you approach others, and how you go about the business that is yours to do. So, take with you the fullness of my love, for you to draw upon, to dream big, to act with courage, to live freely as you journey on. All divine love, being the brushing aluminum, will hold your hand to realize not only meeting but conquering your most ardent aspirations. Welcome it, let it walk your steps, and behold your steps unfold in ways unbelievable to the eye. I can't explain how deeply you impress me. It is this, such a large, Fabulous joy to watch you grow and in the ways you continue to deftly handle the lessons adversity throws your way. The treasures of joy found in simply calling you my daughter, my son, my blessing have to be immeasurable. All my blessings are tremendous for you, and they all have to come at the right time, astride my will. Such joy, such richness of fulfillment, never shall be rushed. In some areas of your lives, you are still growing, learning to apply the wisdom I teach. Yet I will share treasures gained without effort too quickly sometimes don't give the lasting joy or growth true blessings do. Before you receive what I have prepared for you, you must take its purpose and understand how to nurture, expanding these blessings. Be like those farmers who sow their seeds with sun and rain, they wait. Such patience will steel your plans and intentions, will give them vigor and strength. The way that you will grow is also beautiful because of every small step, every little challenge you overcome, every lesson that you learn. More prepared you will be to receive the blessings I have in store for you. Just like a gardener to his garden, uprooting the weeds and occasionally tilling the soil, man also should perspire for his spiritual growth and emotional well-being. That preparation is so when the blessings come, they can go down deep and blossom. So endure, lift your face in patience, be not grieved by the burden, nor let the trial weaken you. 'Cause I've heard that these were only opportunities to build your character and test how well you know my ways. Trust the timing of my plans, for it's always perfect. So know that I am there with you, guiding and nurturing you while you grow. The blessings in store for you, my dear, are worth every preparation, every day of waiting. They will come just on time, neither a second too early nor too late, but precisely when you are prepared to receive them and can apply them in your life. May that be a promise full of peace, leading you forward. Let wisdom be your guide, and let strength be your comrade. May your heart now be prepared for the overflow of all the blessings that now await you. Your faith and patience form the undergirding to a future that is full of promise and purpose. Every day that you endure and your faith is built, you are constructing a path toward the fulfillment of my purposes for you. These are not virtues which sit idly by and wait patiently. Rather, they are active and pay attention to developing each step of your spirit and character. The more you learn to love and grow in love, the closer you move to unfold your own self in my grand scheme of things. Know that the travel you are upon is uniquely shaped and, with every step, lovingly placed to draw out the depths of your potential. There are the challenges and the trials, not to discourage you, but for you to be able to grow into the fullness of the blessings that I have in store for you. Be glad for these opportunities to learn and thrive, for they are all a part of the beautiful tapestry of life. So go forth in hope, knowing assuredly my love and the truth of my promises. My precious child, extend my grace by sharing this with someone who needs a reminder of my love. And as you do, so this peace you're experiencing now will get ever deeper, the sense of anticipation of what is to come filling you with joy. This is the journey to which I have called you, a life deep of purpose, overflowing with blessings shared every step of the way with me. I am the breath in your soul, the source for the highest blessings, and the answer your soul longs to hear. So come on and begin declaring today my existence. Say it loud with your words, think it in the heart, and write it down with every ounce of faith you can summon. The things you lost, those dreams that felt gone, I, the God who exalts and restores, promise to bring back to you. For it is with sincerity and humbleness of heart that you have come to me, and I have seen your pain in the heart in all those desperate moments when it seemed as if all was lost. Yet a little while longer, and you will see more clearly still how much deeper my love goes than yours. Your future has always been in my hands, and with an outstretched hand, I am able to shift all adversities that have crossed your path. There have been times when you felt completely alone, and the will to go on remained beyond your reach. But I am here, turning things around for you, giving life anew to your hopes and your dreams. How close we are to one another and connected. This, my design. I am drawing near to show you a love so deep, a blessing so big that it's going to change the course of your life. What others meant to be your downfall, I shall turn to your benefit. My love shall fortify you, empower you, and lead you to ways you never imagined. Remember that you're never alone in this journey. In the darkest times, when despair seems to cast shades on every step, the existence of my being instills hope into the heart. I am that silent force which is behind you, from whom every other detail in your life is poised to become a tapestry of growth and success. Just trust in me and place the weight on my strength. Then watch me transform trials into triumphs, stepping stones for your prosperity. Your pain will be the wellspring of your strength, your difficulties, your victory. And in all, you will have much more than enough to see the abundant blessings that I have stored up just for you. My dear child, you are called to be a daring dreamer of vast, expansive dreams. Dare to see monumental projects, for with my hand in yours, the possibilities stretch beyond the horizon. If you really believe that I abide in your heart, then start thinking like me. There are no borders in my kingdom, no walls, no enemies too strong to resist my power. Do not think of defeat. Do not let discouragement or failure find any place in your thought. Maybe too often you allow yourself to be swayed by people who have no regard for your vision, whose negativity throws you off course. In their eyes, you feel like tugging this way and that until you're lost and vulnerable, as though you're being thrashed about by stormy seas and buffeted by relentless winds. But remember, I'm here, standing right beside you, ready to help you recover everything that has been taken away from you. But you are to treasure my love and the grand designs I have for your life. When I speak, accept my words as truth. When my teachings are laid before you in Scripture, honor them and faithfully abide by these. You must not only listen, but act on the wisdom I provide. Though the world will try to drown out my voice with chaos and confusion, you stay your course by staying focused on my promises. Observe the importance of being surrounded by those who shall elevate and support your spiritual journey, because they will stabilize and strengthen you as you press forward. My plans for you are full of hope and a future of success. As your thoughts begin to align with mine, the doors of your life will be open to growth and victory. My guidance is not just something to be heard, but something to be lived. Watch, as you walk in obedience, obstacles turn into opportunities and trials into triumphs. I am always here, whispering courage into your heart, breathing strength into your spirit, and leading you toward greatness. Embrace this truth, holding fast to your faith, stepping boldly into the destiny I uniquely designed for you. You will see my promises unfold in your dreams at each step of faith taken toward them. Those big, beautiful visions will come to life. Don't turn away from the wisdom that is being offered to you. Resist the urge to see shadows in the events of your life. Come now, rise early each morning and spend a little time communing with me. Through the day, take breaks to sit at my feet and chat with me, though it's for a quick second. As the evening sun sets, getting ready to lay your head to rest, kneel and share the day's journey with me, the struggles, the victories that you had that day, the everyday conversations, when your heart is open, shall be the very conversations that bring about miracles right before your very eyes, miracles that shall change your life. By these signs you shall know without a shadow of a doubt how deep my devotion is to you as your God and Father. But it is your heart, and only your heart with its unshakable allegiance, that I long for. Blessings and edifications are to be every word from your mouth. I will not only listen in our dialogue, but also respond and guide you gently through the twists and turns of life. In times of doubts, when a dark storm rages in life, our continuing conversation shall be that light from which you can find your way back to the path of peace and purpose. The more you commit to this relationship by sharing your thoughts with me and seeking my counsel, the more clarity and peace will replace confusion and turmoil. Be confident in this, my love is sure and everlasting. So with every word that you speak and live out in blessing each day, you are strengthening the bond between us and our very special, life-affirming, holy connection. Lie down every night, knowing you are covered by my sure love and my commitment to your well-being, never wavering. Meditate on this truth and let your spirit be strengthened in times of trouble. Let my peace be your blanket as you move through the day. Tell me again that you love me, for today I have something special to share with you. I want you to listen closely and be with me. Don't turn away or shut your ears to what I'm about to share. These words are essential to your well-being, and they come from a place of great love. I love you very much and would like to envelop you in divine solace in your trials. I long for you to be cushioned, lovingly soared over, powerfully caressed, and deeply loved because you are so special to me. I have to pass on this important perception for your inner healing purposes. I want you to be fully awake to the transformational work I'm going to be doing in your life with me now. Absolutely nothing is too great during this massive time. You started to see it, appreciate it, and believe that my word is the absolute truth, as you have been growing in understanding and trust in me. Faithful are my promises. They were spoken that I might perform, and they shall not go void. As we travel on, I want to begin to alert you to the extraordinary changes that are ahead for your life. Like a tender of a garden, you tend every plant to receive exactly what will help it bloom. The same way I tend to your spirit. The tending herein is done to make you grow, be resilient, and bloom into full potential. The plans that are meant for you are those of precision and perfect timing, aligning themselves with what the deep needs of your soul crave. In your part in this nurturing process, you need to be open, receptive, and trusting. Sometimes the paths we will take may be very challenging, but each step is building up a block in the masterpiece I'm creating with your life. Day by day, through our daily communications, your faith will rise to new heights. May the certainty of my unfailing word be your anchor, wrapping itself further around your heart as you continue to walk with me. So let it ring forth each day that, indeed, truly believing in the divine and true really does make a difference. You are in for a deep, life-changing experience into the depth of my love and the unending possibilities lying ahead. I draw your attention to something, not to discourage you or to tell you to back down, but in order to increase your blessings. Hear and embrace what I am about to say. If you would have the windows of heaven opened wide for you, paving the way for the divine and supernatural, then wash your heart from all murmurs of discontent and rags of negativism. Your faith pleases me, and it is dear in my sight. But beware of the corroding influence of complaining. Let not this insidious poison undermine your sincere belief. Indeed, negative thoughts and feelings, if unruly, can gradually and insidiously increase. They will eat away, silently and slowly, at all the beauty of your faith until, all of a sudden, it will seem beyond redemption. So remove your speech from all complaining and put distance between you and those who create dispute, suspicion, and murmuring. Yes, choose new friends wisely, those who encourage and spur you on to more faith and joy. They will be like iron sharpening iron, standing firm with you, obeying the truth of my word in vibrant and unshakable faith. Such relationships are gifts from above, sacred connections to enrich your journey, dispelling darkness from your path. The fellowshipping with the wise will bring you companions, in whom an image of my love and wisdom will be spiced out. They challenge you to grow. They stand by you in trials. They celebrate with you in victory. And their being in your life is a constant reminder of my care and my original intention of community. You will feel a change not only in your spiritual life, but also in your way of living daily as you walk along with these friends. Their presence instills within you the urge to be kind, excel, and walk uprightly. Through their encouragement, your belief becomes more than faith. It becomes action that will change the world around you. Embrace this blessing of fellowship, knowing that it's designed to fortify your faith and expand your joy. Knowing that companionship with wise friends equips you for the challenges that face you, that you have the courage to follow your life's purpose. Let this community be a cornerstone in your life to build a legacy of faith that will last. You open yourself by such actions to a life of increased blessings. As long as you step in obedience, working progressively to remove each negative influence from your life, step after step, you are paving the way for miracles and divine encounters. As much of your environment comes to reflect the positives and peace that I desire for you, so much more of my grace shall you experience in its enormity, and so much more of my love in its depth. Let your heart and life reflect the three things most dear of all, which are faith, hope, and love, and watch the world on its knees transform right before your eyes into the weight of divine glory. My beloved, if this message has stirred your heart, let your response be known by liking it, for I see the love you carry within. Now you are standing at the crossroads again, to believe wholly in me, or to turn your back on unfolding profound blessings and beneficial changes that lie ahead for you. If you relinquish your complaints, if you opt to walk by faith, embrace hope, and leave behind negativism, then great transformations will unravel in your life. Graces overflow, abundance plentiful, liberation deeply perceived, healing received, restoration to wholeness for your family, joy in spirit, and happiness in heart. These gifts shall be yours because you choose to give me your trust. I love you, my dear child, so much. Cling to me tightly with all sincerity. Release your doubts and grudges to me. Drop the burden of trying to handle all these things in life yourself. Let me lift you beyond these struggles and reveal to you the deep love that I feel for you. A love that is longing to bless you, to fill your life with goodness, and light your path with the light of joy and peace. Think about how a garden flourishes under the careful tending of a gardener. Just like the farmer weeds and waters the plants, so I want to tend your life by ridding your life of the weeds, your burdens, and watering you with my love. Trust in me that through my tender care, I raise for you a life rich in blessings and without thorns of negativism. Let this be the day that you decide to lean on my strength rather than thine, and you open your life to divine possibilities beyond your own capability. And so, as you walk forth with me, your life blooms in ways you could never have dreamed, thus proving faith in me as the path to true happiness and joy. Accept the truth in me and let our journey together be continuous in growth, joy, and many blessings upon blessings. Believe in me, watch how mighty I work on your behalf. I am going to break into a seasoned vision, beautiful destiny that lies up ahead of you. I release you from the cruel chains that have held your hands and take away the heavy burden that has threatened to sink aspirations that are buoyant and high. For too long, you have felt the harsh gales of adversity blowing into your countenance, driving you towards the heart of the tempest and threatening to submerge you in the depths of disillusionment and despair. Here today, I declare your great deliverance. With one breath from my divine presence, I shall blow away that storm that has converged upon you. The haunting clouds of fear and anxiety shall disperse for clear skies and a path with the light of hope and possibilities. For the words that I speak to you now, I speak with all the life energies capable of performing miracles. These will not be just words but will become breeders of my will to work in your midst, finally fulfilling your long pursuance for change and your cry and prayer for a new beginning. Embrace this truth and let it unite you in a bond of faith, strong and unyielding, in me. Every word coming from me is a seed that, when planted in the fertile soil of your faith, will grow into a harvest of miraculous proportions. Badged you no longer with past failures or the shadow of hardship, but by the freedom and joy that come of living in my care. So today, again, you start forwards into this new freedom. Remember, my love for you is constant, my power to reduce your life limitless. When you walk, be sure in each of your steps that I am there, guiding you on your way to an abundant life, a promising, peaceful future full of joy. Let your hearts be light, because your days of struggling are over, replaced by renewal that is deep and a blessing through and through. Let me say it clearly to you, my child. This is a very earnest moment of your life. The time for idleness is over. You are way beyond the stage of tiddle-tiddlediness, when you could afford to spend your time in frivolity or ignore the God-given guidance in my words. It's important to listen now. You should also not take for granted this grace and mercy, but feed your soul on healing, life-giving words. Let your heart feed on the sweetened dew of heavenly wisdom. Accept and put into practice the counsel you are getting. This is the year for a most serious phase, a period of actually going into practice what you have learned in the gentle art of lifting. Each morning, as you wake with a new day in front of you, I shall be there reminding you of your commitment. Then you will feel my presence. Your spiritual senses will attune to my voice. And for the days you may find it difficult to see me before you, seek me out. Know that I am never farther away than a prayer, no further than your deepest faith. Be this day again one closer in our relationship. As you live out what I have been teaching, the abstract will begin to take on a concrete manifestation in your life, and these spiritual truths will become manifest in your life. This discipline will hit not only your faith, but also instill vigorous shalom and purpose into your life. Remember, darling, our walk together is not passive but active. I call you to this higher standard, to diligent application of what you have been taught, to intentioned effort in seeking to dwell with me. By this commitment, truly, shall your life be transformed. Your way shall be led by the light of my wisdom. Let this be the year that really begins the turn in your life, one of living full and being directed at every step by my hand. My heart is full to the overflow with a desire to satisfy the deepest soul hankerings. If you seek, he explains, to witness supernatural miracles in your life this year, here is what you need to do. Trust me with all of your heart. Continue to walk righteously before me. Allow me to direct your paths, and be very attentive to the whispers of my voice. I have been preparing you for some major changes that are on the brink of taking place, and for the fulfillment of some promises. Soon you shall have the commitments that I have pledged to you manifested, freedom from your debts, work opportunities before you, and infilled with strengths for executing the same. It is your responsibility to now rise up from where you sit and approach the challenges that I place before you. Do so without grumbling and without faltering in your efforts, for it is in diligent perseverance that success will be found. As you begin to put your life in order according to my will, you will begin to see things happen differently. Things that had seemed impossible in the past, you would overcome because I walk next to you and smoothen your path ahead, lighten loads of burdens that weigh down on you. This is a journey of active faith. Every step taken in the season will manifest the belief in my promises. You can be confident and positive about receiving this new season because God is with you, guiding and supporting you through it. But let your actions and decisions be in a spirit of gratitude and trust in that I shall provide unendingly. As you experience these principles in action, you will see fruits of your faith coming to bloom, and the miracles for which you have prayed shall become your reality. This is a time of renewal and profound blessings. Come forward now in faith and with a heart prepared to receive all that I have in store for you. Truly, your faith was a key so powerful that it could open doors that seemed not to have any entrance. The heavy barrier that was before you has now been taken away. Approach with courage and determination, without fear, for I am going to be with you each step of the way, to encourage and empower each one of you. I have come here. You can expect manifold blessings coming your way. Keep these promises in your heart. Keep the peace within, for in the right season these very blessings will visibly manifest in your life. Keep your eyes open and be prepared, for these blessings will not come by surprise. Get ready from now to receive the victory that is coming your way by this message. I've told you how much I admire your spirit, your resiliency. There's a deeper truth, a secret imparted through the ages from the highest places, announcing and declaring. Not everyone is searching. Some turn and will not hear, for to embrace this truth, one must have the humility to kneel before the Almighty, the Holy, the living God. This is a basic, profound secret in a nutshell, that through surrender, in the act of yielding your heart and bending your knees, lies true faith power. In this, you truly come in openness to my full blessings and allow a relationship to grow wherein transformation, empowerment, and enlightenment can become your experiencing portion. Those who learn to accept that truth are empowered to live lives overflowing with every material blessing, but also with spiritual depth, peace, and satisfaction that cannot be bought. So remember, as you press on, your faith, your willingness to embrace my fullness, is the magnetic force that draws you into the very presence of God, into that divine reality I've prepared for you. Keep your heart open, your spirit receptive, and your steps bold. The journey is set forth with fullness, promising that which is to come, and through each and every step of faith and act of obedience, you will draw nearer to the profound blessings I have laid up. The word I have to share with you tonight is filled with an extraordinary love, one that wraps its arms around you and desires to bless you beyond measure. Like a covenant with me, at the beginning of each day, take the first few moments and give them to me. Kneel down. Allow the stillness of the morning to be filled with my voice, and let your heart become saturated with joy. Would you set aside your words of complaint and nourish your spirit on the wisdom of my commandments? Would you soak yourself in my word, that it might dwell within you richly, quickening your soul, even your mind, that thoughts and actions spring forth in all righteousness? Would you love yourself and respect yourself? Be the first to accept yourself with the same type of love that I freely give, and extend this to your family, to your loved ones, and everyone around you, with a view to replicating the kind of grace of God that has been shown to you. Begin now this practice, and you will quickly see unfold those miracles you have long anted. This consecration of your morning hours to our communion lays in peace and purpose the groundwork for your day. As you fill your mind with my teachings and your heart with my love, so you will find that the demands of the day meet a soul prepared and strong. From this daily renewal of your spirit, it will cause a flow into all of those people around you and cause them to leave a trail of kindly, patient, every which way people in a world that really needs it. And you will very literally begin seeing an atmosphere change as you just go ahead and walk the obedience into developing a lifestyle of daily devotion and respect. The seeds of faith that you sow each morning are growing into strong trees of righteousness, bearing fruit that nourishes many. The miracles for which you seek are not just events of wonder, but in the very course of an existence live in harmony with my will. Embrace this path, beloved, for it performs deep fulfillment and profound joy. In this, your promise through this journey, consider that my love guides and remains steadfast, since it's a promise that has never and will never fade. The journey that you have now embarked on is long and full of ruggedness, with each step giving you the opportunity to know deep within you how great my love is for you. It is true joy walking in accordance with my will. Let my love be the flame that lights your way and gives you security in the storm at every moment of doubt. As you walk this path, I desire your heart to remain open for the changes awaiting you. Every dawn is an opportunity to find new closeness with me and discover the layers of purpose that I have uniquely designed for you. You will not find that satisfaction in worldly acclaims, human accomplishments, It is in that quiet assurance of my being with you and in a peace that surpasses all understanding. Within this promise to your journey, know this: you will not fight this alone. I am with you, whispering words of encouragement and wrapping you in my grace. The struggles you experience are to strengthen your faith, the victory remembrance of my faithfulness. Go on with your act of stepping forward, assured that my love is sure and working out your way with loving precision, your purpose and destiny. Embark on this divine adventure, for it will be the path leading to true joy and eternal fulfillment for you. To you, my precious child, who comes to me each day, yet for a moment, and closing your eyes in faith, you reach out with your open hands and open heart to grasp what my answer will be. These words belong to you. Do not lose heart or succumb to despair. You come day after day, showing faith, a mighty faith indeed, but so beautiful and precious. It is this deep faith that I want to fill your heart with so much love, enough to fill any pothole left by the past, for you to forever carry the unshakable assurance of my love for you. Your nights must be nights of joy. Every morning, you should wake up with the surety that today is going to be even better than yesterday. Your faith, as you bring it to me at this daily hour, opens upon your spirit a successive renewal. The habit thus formed establishes joy and peace in your life. Going forth triumphantly every day, you shall see that you are not alone, that you are loved, and that you are precious forever. Allow this truth to deepen into your life. My infinite and unfailing love surrounds you every day, like balm to every hurt, like cheer to every sorrow. In this, every ordinary moment is turned to grace, every challenge to growth. But if you allow yourself to live within this reality, you will discover that infused within your days is a deep sense of purpose and vision. How could you doubt the operation of my very hand in your life? Can you then carry this assurance through each part of your day, allowing it to guide your activity and interaction, how you treat others and yourself? Then you don't own whatever love, or whatever else might be peace, that is experienced in our morning gatherings. All of that is to share through you, so that as you go out there to the world that is in such terrible need, you go as light and hope. So, just keep coming to me every morning. Let our time be a sanctuary where you remember how important you really are, where you are restored from whatever has hurt you, and fortified to face the day. Dear one, let your soul glow with the brightness of my love. By giving through the super thanks, you help to magnify my message and bring it to those in need. Together, we are building a brighter future. Press the super thanks and watch as my blessings pour into your life. My love for you will rise like the sun, clear, persistent, as sure as every bright new day dawns, eternal like eternity itself. Just where you are, feel my arms around you. My hands upon your head bless your thoughts and your steps. I am ready to bless you with beautiful, unexpected surprises lying in wait just for you. Still, I want you to hold on. Make it a lifelong daily practice to come into this deep communion with me. You needn't speak a word, just close your eyes and relax into the knowingness of my silent love. Allow my words to soothe you. Feel how full deep emotion wells up in your heart. I need your joy and your peace. Let this be the end of your struggles and the beginning of prosperity for you and your family. As you sit in the silence, letting the serenity of my love absorb into your spirit, know that it will give you wings and lighten the burdens that weigh you down. This daily practice of sitting in my presence, of letting my love fill your heart, is not just any moment of peace, but one that will profoundly change you and ready you for the blessings that are yet to come. And in so doing, your way becomes clearer, your decisions become wiser, your life more lined up with the abundance that I have in store for you. As day follows day, remember, moments are not routine. They are laying the foundation for a life full and joyful. Every time you visit, you are weaving stronger the fabric of faith, which shall hold you and your dear ones warm in security. Am always with you through the height that stretches on to guide you toward higher and more radiant measures of peace and prosperity. I see you, my love, sometimes looking inward and finding it in you to feel small, as if you were of the least importance in the whole wide world. Really, in all that sound and fury where people declaim their earthly treasures, know you hold the greatest treasure of all. You really do know me. You have given your heart to me, and in doing that, you have located a sense of spiritualism in places most will never know. I am with you all the time. Speak to me at any moment when you are awake, and you shall hear my voice. You've got a deep relationship that has enabled you to see my leading clearly. I repeat, I will open for you doors that have not been seen, and are closed to people who just want to peek at the mystery and not honor it by journeying on the paths of right, paths that promise more than any earthly track. And as you walk with me, and you will find that the riches of my kingdom, peace, love, and joy, are far more satisfying than any material wealth. Let nothing make thee envious of things possessed by others. Never will thy pathway prove fair through such an evil device, which, however lightly disguised, is none the less a way of error, leading to regret. Thine own path can reveal to me nothing but the best that thou wouldst be. I have ordered your steps with the tailor-made spiritual insight that you gain, the moments of divine clarity, and the doors I open to fit the call I have on your life. Let these words continue to reassure you as you follow this path. Your worth in my eyes cannot be measured. Your spirit enters treasures from which there is no salvage but the life which secures them. Let this assurance fill you with peaceful confidence. In every step, be guided by unlimited love and thus wisdom, and a continually close presence. In all that the world will present to you as beautiful and attractive, know that often its superficial beauty can lead to ruin. Walk with confidence, my child, not to seek the favor of others, but being fully satisfied with the thought that to me, you are very precious, and in my mind, you are that important person for whom nothing needs to be worried. You are well versed with my words, and my house also is open for you all the time. You are welcome there. This is your home. This is where you will be heard with patience and listened to with a view to understand you thoroughly. Such pure and beautiful love as I will give you, you shall never find elsewhere. My love for you is boundless. There is no restriction through time and space. I am the real light, and I want to light up every nook and corner of your life. Today I cast shadows away, not only from your heart, but from your home and family, replacing them with brightness, the light of hope and peace. Trust my light to lead the way, for it is limpid and perfect, showing truth and withdrawing one from deception. In days of unbelief and confusion, let my wisdom be unto you as the lighthouse that guides ships in stormy waters. My light is going to safely guide you from above through life's issues. It provides not only directions but clarity such that what you do is in line with my will about your life. As you open your life to my light penetrating it, you shall see a change in your environment. Areas of desolation will be exchanged for hope. Grounds of trouble concerning your relationships will start to be healed under the heat of my peace. My light moves beyond guidance. It brings about transformations. It changes situations and renews a weary soul from its travail. Take this light into your very core, without holding back in any area. As you do this, you will discover that your way shall be made plain and open. Trusting in my light means trusting in the constancy of my love for you, that never will my love falter or fade. Therefore, go on boldly in the light of my presence, and behold, every part of your life shall be a testament to my unfailing grace and truth. In my presence, you will be in the sanctuary where your spirit be well, and your heart may mend, and your mind find repose. In my presence, you will be in the sanctuary. You will stand firm against all the deceptions that beckon, because my force is a stronghold, stronger than any whisper in the world. Embrace the security that comes with being loved unconditionally by the Creator of all, and let that truth be rooted deeply in you. You are loved not for what you can do or the impressions you can make, but for simply being my creation. And as you live in this truth, let my light brighten your understanding, and let each passing day enrich your life. Let my love fortify your spirit and bring peace to your household. In my light, you and your family could stand sure, wrapped up in love that doesn't fade away. And vital, you should come to me every day, accept my love, and yield to my will with a humble heart. While you dream, my words in you may echo. Keep them a value within you, hold them close, and never throw them away. Set your Bible on your nightstand, make it the first thing you want in the morning, waking with an expectant heart and an ache to hear my voice. Read it with belief, with an ache to take in its truth and depth. The promises you find in my word are not just words, they give life and strength. These promises will fortify from within with strength that is of greater measure than desperation or despair. When you steep your life in Scripture, you will find over time, as you allow my words to fill your spirit each new day, transformation occurs, a shift from fear to faith, from turmoil to peace. Make this daily engagement with my word a cornerstone of your life. As you do, you will be surprised at how things begin to change in your perspective. Problems that seemed impossible to overcome earlier will now seem to be manageable, simply because you are not going to face them alone. I am here with you, to guide, to comfort, and to empower you with my word. This journey with my word is not just about reading, it's about transforming. Let the Scriptures mold your thoughts and actions in such ways that you become a reflection of my love and grace in every interaction. As you do this, not only will you be strengthened, but you will also be a beacon of hope and strength for others around you. In this way, the peace that pervades your mornings will radiate outward, into your home, into your relationships, and into every other aspect of your life. When you are confused by these messages, know they are the sound of the knock on the door and a call to come hither and know me better. Approach me early and let me wrap you in the love I have for you. You are going to leave here today refreshed, ready to take on your day with a little bit more lightness. You don't have to carry these huge burdens of anxiety and desperation. You don't have to be tethered to this idea that you need to become a slave to your emotions or to wake up every single day just burdened down by your own fear. If these words have found a place in your heart, let your love for me be shown by hitting the like button. I want our bond to get stronger with time, for you to learn to trust me in whatever life puts in our way. Release all your fears and come to a point where you finally decide to share all your thoughts and problems with me. You will feel free, actually free, not from fear, but from every burden that burdened you. As you learn to surrender your worries and align your thoughts with mine, you will experience a profound peace that transcends understanding. This peace will guard your heart and mind, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence. Each day can begin with hope instead of dread, with anticipation for what is good instead of fear of what might go wrong. Make this commitment to seek me every day the foundation upon which you build your life. As you do, you will find that trust in me does not just alter one dimension of your life. It allows everything to fall into place. Your relationships will blossom, the decisions you make will be guided by wisdom. They will let your spirit soar and your heart fill with great joy. Choose this day to let me have all your thoughts and be guided by me into freedom everlasting. Step forward, then wide-eyed into the months ahead, the future filled with hope and promise. As you now trust in me, for I am showering you with unending words of divine encouragement and unfaltering words of certainty. I simply want more than anything to have a vision of the shackles of fear that have gripped your household broken. I long for those financial burdens that sit heavily on your spirit to lift and for peace and calm to take their rightful place again in your home. Let love's words fill the air in your home, nothing else. Noise of argument give way, and let your home be filled with the harmony that shall bind you all in a more robust union. For I am your shepherd who leads you by paths of righteousness and your unwavering truth for a world full of uncertainties. I am your life, fully lived as it was meant to be. From this year, I have ordained it to be a year of safety and divine oversight, so let my umbrella of protection mantle over you and your loved ones. Over your dwelling, no evil or curse of old shall prevail. By the virtue of my blood, you have been washed clean from all sin and loosed from every torment of your past. There is no spell that binds, no dark charm has any power over you. Now renounce all sense of curses that you hear tell of. There's nothing to deter you. Imagine a dwelling place where each emerging dawn breathes forth benevolence and where each falling night comes to rest on whispered gratefulness. Let kindness be your language in all meetings with others, and in each discourse let the principle of understanding guide you. Live under my inspection, let all be gesture and speech of love and grace together. The physical walls of your home have been between us, my own walls, the spiritual boundary we shall build again around you, wherein your life shall be protected and developed. Always with you, walking by your side, every trial a stepping stone into higher joy and greater fulfillment. And live it indeed. Your life will be transformed in the most miraculous way. You have given me your heart, and I have promised salvation and protection for you and your entire household. Hold fast with me to my promises, for they are sure and true. It will be no man's words that turn you, no, not from men who know me or love me. Rather, plunge into the river of my might and favor, where love, liberty, and supernatural transformation lie. My presence scatters light over every shadow that would threaten to fill your home and your family. Believe in me, great blessings are about to unfold in your life, my child. Remember when I drew you out of the deepest pit of despair, and time and again wrought miracles in front of your very eyes as a witness to the fact that I am God, all-powerful. Those are not memories, but testimonies to my living, active work in your life. Write them down, analyze them with faith, and be prepared for all that I'm going to do, because this is a day of exposure and grace. Since I will surely do marvelous works in your life, the answer lies right here, enclosed within the palm of my hand, settled solutions to all your problems, indeed. They abide here with me, waiting for you. What keeps you from coming? Step forward and simply receive all that I have prepared. My love for you is eternal and secure. You have experienced it in the past. You sense it now, right here in the solitude of your soul. So as we press on, let the truth of this anchor your days. My love is your fortress, your unshakable wall against all your fears, every storm of life. Whenever disturbances come, remember that I am with you, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth and victory. Let us walk through each day together, relishing each moment as one more step closer to the fullness of what I have already planned and purposed for you. Come, my child. Tread the path with the assurance of my love and abundant blessings. Even though distances may seem so vast and even whispers come that you are lost or that you have failed, that my love towards you has waned, do not believe those lies. There is a little flame of faith deep in your heart that still is burning, a flame that longs to guide you, to lead you down the way that turns homeward, into my open arms, and so make every road leading to home a safe one. Then you can go and leave the rest to me. You may think your faith failed, that trials and disappointments came too heavily upon you, even from those you trusted. It may seem they went on, leaving you behind, forgotten. I see the weight of discouragement on your shoulders borne from the moments when you felt abandoned, thinking I did not hear your call, but I assure you, I have always been right here. My timing is perfect, my presence constant. I've never left your side. In those silent times of feeling lonely, I was there watching over you, weaving the answers and solutions into the fabric of your life. In fact, it's in these quiet workings, often unnoticed, always faithful, that my love manifests, even when you doubt my involvement. Trust in the continuity of the past. Realize that I was and always will be your sure protector and guide. This is one of those threads of life where one is asked to look beyond the immediacy of the struggle and see, from a global perspective, the whole tapestry of life, each thread just another ingredient, a lesson, a blessing, a trial. Take note that your journey is meant to be walked not alone, but with faith that should be renewed at every step by the trust you have in me. Let's rekindle your trust in me, rekindle your faith, and let the never-extinguished flame light up your path, the flame of my eternal love for you. Set this knowledge into the future and walk in every step with confidence in my continued grace and care for you. I have stretched out my hand to you through words of beauty and truth. Yet I know how difficult it sometimes is for you to comprehend that your all-powerful God desires to speak to your heart directly. Perhaps it is a grand idea, too grand to entertain. The idea that I, the creator of everything, would want such an intimate conversation with you. And so I here speak again, not to overwhelm you but to lovingly invite you back onto the path that leads to me. Maybe you wandered, maybe unknowingly, into byways that don't lead you home, to that place where you are deeply cherished and where your true belonging is here, in my presence, that you shall find the sanctuary for your weary soul. You will be covered in such peace in this sanctified place that your nights will be restful, sleep deep and restorative, and your spirit rise into realms of the supernatural where I can show you wonders untold. Be aware, my child, that with every step off the path that I set before you, you will be taking a step away from profound love and peace that I have offered. Though the world without has much to offer and even seems to have an avenue of escape, it will be temporary at best, usually sending you back home more restless than ever. In my arms, there is peace that passes all understanding, protection from the raging storms. I call you back, not in anger or with disappointment, but because an adamant love seeks what is best for you. Release your misunderstandings and let your heart open to the fact of my endless love. Here, in the center of your true home, let me lead you into the vastness of the supernatural. Rest in me, trust me, and watch how I will take your nights and make journeys of divine revealing, times where I reveal the mysteries of my kingdom to you, and the deep plans I have for you. A dream of deep import shall be granted to you. This very night, in your sleeping moments, you shall find yourself at the beautiful, crystal river, clear and pure, by its banks and waters that beckon you to enter. There amidst slow-moving waters, you shall behold me with open arms, welcoming you into my world, not where miracles are possible, but where they materialize at every step. As you step forward, nippled by the cool water lapping at your bare feet, every step across this miraculous surface will cleanse you of your sorrows, dissolve your anger, and lighten the weight of frustrations. Imagine that the river in this dream is going to transform right before your eyes into a place of healing and renewal. The water that bears you will symbolize burdens you have carried for too long. The divine-infused water will wash it away now, everything that has ever hindered your spirit. It will purify your heart and clear your mind, help you see a rebirth of your life and the challenges done brilliantly all over. And when morning comes and you wake from this divine encounter, you will feel it, a marvelous change within you. A new strength, unlike ever felt before, will rush through your bloodstream, and peace seems to blow across your heart. You will feel that the impossible weight you carried on your shoulders has been lifted. I carried it upon myself. In this realization, you will become free, unburdened, ready to walk with grace and strength into your future. This dream was but a breath, a flashing of the night's shadow. Yet, therein lies something of a message deep for thee, my certain presence with thee, and my never-ending love and support in the very days that lie ahead. As you arise from your sleep, rise with the assuredness of my love and power into each day. Use this memory of the meeting by our river to remind you that no burden is too great with me by your side, and no path is impossible if I show the way. Let it fill you afresh with great strength and courage to face whatever may lay before you today and in the days to come. For I am with you to protect you, to guide you, and I love you with an everlasting love, continually. As you return to your faith, to what has been real, and to the lessons of your erring ways, deep sense of well-being will come upon you. This is a peace, a gift from the Spirit, that and the power for reaffirmation. You need not wander in the search for reaffirmations or wander far to hear words that lift and inspire. I am right here with you. My word awaits you, for it is life and goodness. If you will open up your heart to me, you shall find how near my Holy Spirit has filled you, guiding and comforting you in every moment. The humbling love you have for your children, care for their futures, I see these things. They are very near and dear to my heart. Let it be known they too are precious in my eyes. Yet in my book I have written not only their names, but their essences, their faces, their heart and mind inclinations, desires, and also their struggles. I know everything about their beings, so that none of them has been left out or forgotten in a detail. Right arrow now blow your mind as you consider this about me and your family's extent. As you, too, love your children, so too I love all of you. Each hope that you have, each mistake that you regret, and each struggle you confront is known and seen by me. I am with you in all these, giving you my strength, my counsel, and my unfailing love. With this realization, you should be comforted and empowered to be confident. You need not feel so alone, nor bear the world upon your shoulders. I am there, walking with you and your loved ones, weaving your individual threads into my tapestry. Trust in my presence everywhere and in my all-powerful ability, for every single thing in your life is held in my hands, held with care and tendering. Let this be lightness upon your feet and cheer in your heart, that you go forward, always wrapped in my love without fail. I ask you to look for peace within your heart, setting loose the burdens of worry that weigh so heavily upon you. The decisions made by those whom you love, whom you care about so deeply, seem misguided, and it's natural to be afraid they stray from the path. Yet do I pray the impossibility of yielding to total despair over matters. Entrust to me what worries your spirit. Attend instead to your own passage, for dwelling too long on your concerns can cast your strength and steal the peace I wish for you. Remember, your energy and your faith are precious. Save them, for I would wish you to utilize these gifts not in anxiety, but in intercession for your dear ones. Indeed, the time has come to release that with which you are to let go. As the doves, when mature, must take flight, so too must those for whom you care take wing and explore their own skies of freedom, and fold in confidence and love, knowing that as you raise them up in prayer, so my mantle of protection is like a warm shawl around them. My care is ever present, watching over them to prevent hurt, guiding them back when they wander too far. This is a truth you can cling to as you pray. I am working to care for them, to orchestrate their way and surround them with my grace. To my wisdom give ear, and to my divine will your trust lend. Your mind, laden with cares, should not bear these things out when you give into the need to manage or guide your children's lives, choosing their ways, opening and closing their doors. I want you to lay these burdens down at my feet. Yes, there are bounds they have to thread with caution, but even as one ensures a dignified existence for his family and household, one should know it is not his business to run every aspect of their lives. After all, if your loved ones go wrong or fall, sometimes silence is not golden. Sometimes you will need to open your mouth, when to advise, when to correct. In these moments, my beloved, share this message with a soul in need of encouragement. Together, let's lift up those who are weary. I shall cover you with firmness and peace and wisdom. Grow to them with loving intent. Let there not go with you anger at all, For strong words cut deep into the soul, but gentle words heal and make strong. Weigh well your words, for words can break and words can build. Stop before you speak. Let your speech be seasoned with grace, offering correction that heals rather than harms. This, besides, will ensure peace within the family and safeguard the dignity of its every member. Doing so provides permission for an avenue for your spirit to work within the family and creating an atmosphere where love flourishes most and growth is encouraged. As you lean on me, relying on my direction, instead of leaning on your own understanding, you will see how your relationships change. That does not mean trust is an activity, but rather, reliance is guided by actions in line with my will and other such love which I implanted in your heart. Let this be your assurance as you walk through these interactions. I am with you, leading and guiding every step of the way. Take comfort in the fact that by letting go, you are not turning your backs on them, but on the strength of the plan and on the power that prayer offers. It is with it that you are able to support them in a real sense by allowing them freedom to grow and make mistakes under my watchful eye. Embrace this period of change as part of their growth and yours, and then let peace from faith in my protective love fill you with strength and hope. Know that I have always come to you in gentleness and grace. I have not dealt cruelly with you, neither have I judged you in proportion to your missteps. Instead, I have offered you love and the gift of salvation. This is what I want you to pattern with those you hold dear in your heart, especially your children. They will make their mistakes, and as they walk through life, they will have their challenges. They will cry their tears and have their moment of doubt. But just know that my promise to you is that the same deliverance that touched your life will touch theirs in due season. My timing is perfect. It's well orchestrated to meet the right where they are in their point of need. As you are witnessing struggles in the lives of others, sharing moments of doubt, just be sure that in their lives, I am working as in the lives of others, yours. Everyone born walks an individual walk that is full of obstacles also overcome. Those experiences bring lives and lessons that are so vitally needed in one's own life. They teach resilience, foster compassion, and shape character in ways that are profound. Therefore, urge on his companions not to get discouraged, but to keep hoping. Help them to feel that their present difficulties are not ends but transitions to greater understanding and increased faith. For my grace is sufficient at every moment. My strength is made perfect in weakness. In learning to depend on me, they are going to find that their trials are going to become the places where my presence is most real and most powerful. Assure them of my closeness, for I am always near, loving them with an everlasting love, carrying them through the failures, ready to go on into the beauty of what they can truly be. As they move forward, they will learn that the salvation that once reshaped your life is there at every moment, willing to renew and return. I am certain of my promises and I am always on time. I greet every heart in its need. As you work with your children, show them the same patience and understanding that I have shown to you. Don't hasten to judgment or be harsh, because in this you reflect not my heart, but the imperfections of human response. Rather, choose to guide with love and nurture for growth. Through their failings, stand with them, for this path of grace that you walk with them will only serve to strengthen their spirits and deepen their understanding of my love. They will see something of my character, my forgiveness, my mercy, and my relentless love in your actions and your words. Is the ground on which my ways will become more real to them, and my perfect timing for their own lives more believable, that they would embrace this responsibility with all the seriousness, yet joy, it demands. But the more you carry on with it, the more you'll start to feel that your relationship with your children is becoming so much richer and more intimate, and the more your faith in my promises is also growing stronger. You're being part of one of the great symphonies of all time, the beautiful unfolding of my plan not only with your life, but with theirs as well. This is a sacred trust, and in it, you shall see the mighty force of my salvation at work in your family down through the generations. Trust that the ones you love, those who have strayed or tripped, shall indeed come to the loving boundaries I have set. Repentance, on their part to the course I set out, rich with my grace and bounty, they will find there, full not empty, but bearing happy blessings to enrich your home and prolong the years of happiness before them shall they return. These blessings that they will bring into your home won't be mere tokens. They are going to be deep and even transforming in some way that will give new life to your family's workings and relationships. And as they cross the threshold of your home, it will be your forgiveness and gracious spirit that fling wide open the door. This act of acceptance is going to be a huge testimony to the work that I am doing in their lives and theirs. When you give them a second chance, you participate in the work of redemption that is dear to my heart. But whenever you give them another chance, you put into practice my open, generous love and help to allow the grace extended by me to each one of my children. Your forgiveness is a forceful testimony to the fertility of my gospel, the lavishness of love that no bounds can confine. You not only open the door to heal another, but also to heal yourself once you decide to forgive. The more you forgive, the heavier the burden is lifted from one's heart and the soul. This is a move of gallant greatness, mistaken for weakness. This portrays the utmost courage and maturity of character. Forgiveness releases you from all the chains of painful memory, and it also releases the offender so that both of you can start anew with new growth and new beginnings. This act of grace speaks volumes of testimonies to the transforming power of my love. It is a beacon guiding those who are caught in the darkness of bitterness and anger into the light that is peace and reconciliation. They will be encouraged to forgive, and many others after them will be able to find my face, the God of grace, and be healed in their own lives. Embrace this privilege of forgiveness, knowing that it lines you up with my will and purposes. In so doing, you will now not only live out the very heart of my teachings, but more. You will be helping shape a world that evolves surely with greater compassion and understanding for everyone. Make your forgiveness a very lively expression of unconditional love, healing, restoration, and setting people in unity. This was the cycle of repentance, return, and renewal at the center of the story that I wove by and through your life and theirs. It is a beautiful restoration cycle that deepens trust, strength bonds, and reestablishes the commitment to walk together under my guidance. Take this role on with joy and expectance in your heart, because through it you shall see the power of my love to heal the hardest of hearts and mend the deepest of breaches. Child of mine, if this word has reached your soul, touch that like button as a sign of the connection we share. Continue to pray for and over your children, and in the process my peace will fill your heart. Be confident that your children are securely held in my hands. Truly, there is a mighty blessing for the family anchored around all of this, waiting and about to be released into their lives. A blessed time, one of healing and knowing my presence a little more. This is a time to lay down all bitterness and to release all unwillingness to forgive. Embrace the opportunity for heartfelt reconciliation, mending, and renewing. And so, in this time of healing, I invite you deeper into my presence, that I may work through you to bring forth the wisdom that you need to strengthen your character. This is the wisdom that will increase your knowledge of my word and further enable you to be a light and guide to those within your families. Your influence can be a blessing, pointing them toward the love and truth that can change lives. Many in your household are not yet following me. They don't want to see the change. Yet when they observe change in your life, how my love changes what you do, or my power turns tumult into peace, they will themselves, yes, reconsider what that evidence indicates about my hand in your life. It will challenge their doubts and spark curiosity about the depth of my love. Do not be afraid of being used by me. Assume this heavenly role boldly, for I promise you that you will never be shamed. Instead, You shall be a source of my grace and power, an example of living a life led by my will. Let your life be a book with which others might read about my love and mercy. As you live this calling, watch healing and unity grow in your family, drawing each heart closer to mine. In your journey, should you face those who mock you or put problems on your life path, respond with the patience and grace that I give. Work through your written disposition and change their hearts, so they look to you with hope and a strong arm of faith that is reliable. Do not be afraid of being misunderstood or of initial hostility from them. Consider each moment as a chance to reflect my love and compassion to them. Guide them then through this example by answering such challenges with words that will instruct from my words. Be sure to encourage your opponent and keep him always in your prayers, offering your affection and concern without condemnation or rebuke. The gentleness of such an approach can soften the hardest of hearts and open the most closed of minds. By understanding and acceptance, you can make them feel safe and appreciated, even if you do not agree with their lifestyle, mistakes, or vices. Therefore, they may start reconsidering their actions and attitudes. Make sure you keep your attitude open, always ready to help, and he feels you are accessible by still relating to the type of character. Let them thereby see in you an incarnation of my teachings to love unconditionally, serve with diligence, and forgive generously. A life lived according to my will is not just a testimony of your faith, but one to be used in drawing others toward me. Keep in mind that it's not your mission to judge or condemn them, but to be the channel of my grace, in this way manifesting the invisible love I have for each of my children. Therefore, it's through your actions and words that you inspire others to change and, as well, create an atmosphere that avails unity and understanding among people around you. It is an approach that is really going to transform others, but at the same time, keep you further firm in your faith and spiritual development. Remember, to judge and to punish are not your appointed tasks. Your task is love, to extend the same unconditional love to others which I have always extended to you. Reflect upon thine own journey. Though thee hast fallen, stumbled or strayed 1,000 times, I have never turned thee away in shame. Nay, I have met thee with patience and forgiveness, offering thee countless chances to turn again onto the right path. In this understanding, know thou the heart of thy duty in this world, because my love for thee is boundless. It's not for condemnation or resentment toward anybody, but it is to be able to live in grace and compassion toward others. How often I've forgiven you, that's how often you are to forgive others. My commitment to you is to become the example in you of an unending, unmovable, ever-flowing love. As you walk this out in all truth, let it change the way you live toward everyone you meet. When people fail or even do you wrong, show them the very kindness and forgiveness that I have shown to you. It is not merely a matter of obeying me, but an act of great witness to my nature and to demonstrate the reality of my kingdom on earth. Embrace this mission as one who is to be a beacon of hope, a vessel of peace to a world in turmoil. Through your actions and words, you will bridge the gaps, heal wounds, and manifest my deepest mercy, the furthest reaches of my love. In living this out, you will not only influence the lives of others, but you will increase in the understanding of my character. And so, go with a heart full of grace and arms flung open wide. Show the world what it means to be a Christ follower, one who loves as I love, who forgives as I forgive, and serves with a spirit reflected of the divine. Thus not only will you do your duty, but you will share in the joy of God when my light reaches into the darkness. It is true that the choices each of you may carry consequences, some of which may result in pain for you and others near you. To recognize this is a sign of wisdom and maturity. It shows that you have learned by experience. One needs to realize that mistakes are a part of life and are also an opportunity for growth and deeper realization. Every choice you make fits into the larger weave of your life story. If you take this responsibility up humbly and tenderly, you will bloom in wisdom and compassion. It is wisdom that can make a person realize one's actions will not only affect his or her life, but the lives of those surrounding him. You begin to understand that your choices have power in either healing or hurting, building up or breaking down. Mistakes, though often painful, are not the end of your journey, but integral steps along the path of growth. Within every mistake is a valuable chance to learn about yourself and life. Embracing these lessons means deep personal and spiritual growth. Through understanding and conquering these issues, the pathway to true evolution happens in helping create a kinder and more understanding world. Therefore, do not be afraid to make mistakes, but with a heart desirous of learning and a spirit wanting to grow. As you navigate through the complexities of life, just know I am here, leading and providing wisdom. Let this assurance be on you like that of peace, courageous, that every step forward, sure or unsure, is an invitation to go deeper into the truth of love, forgiveness, and grace. You are alive and forgiven not by your doing but by my grace and love. My patience with you is endless, and I don't judge you with your missteps. I offer forgiveness for a new start. This is what my love for you is all about. A love that doesn't keep track of wrongs but, so loves to see you back on your feet whole and made new. Let that be the thought that shapes your life and the way you relate to others. Start every new day with a heart that considers the aspect of prudence, not because one fears being caught, but because this has made you wise through my mercy. Live as one who knows the value of forgiveness, both receiving and giving it to others. This approach is not only going to protect you from further pain, but also bring enrichment to relationships and serenity to surroundings. And as you journey on, take with you always the memory of my love and forbearance. Let it console you when you doubt and direct you when you must choose. You may face each new test with these words as your cornice: my grace is enough for you, and my strength is sure in weakness. So, do not live in the shadow of your past mistakes, but in the light of my grace, that may empower you to overcome and grow into the person I have created you to be. Come into my presence each day with an open heart, and allow me to infuse your spirit with patience and the wisdom you need to lift your life to a new level of living. In this daily communion, you will develop in stature and in spirit, acquiring the love and reverence of your family as you lead them through the pathway I have created. Your leadership, sustained by my love and teaching, will help to draw your family closer, not only toward each other but also towards me. Your family members will realize by your faithful speaking out of my message as you model my love by what you do, and decide that I am at work in their lives, and will come to understand that only through your commitment to me and my loving example will they in turn come to know me deeply. Your home will be a place of spiritual awakening and recognition, where every person does not only acknowledge but celebrates me as his God and Lord. Prepare thyself, good servant, for you enter a season of great rejoicing and massive blessings. These seeds of faith which you sowed and watered with love will soon make a real blossom, and you will see your whole household turning their hearts to me. That is the spiritual harvest time, bearing evidence of your faithfulness, a mirror of my grace to you. Today I bless you with peace that calms, serenity that soothes, strength that endures, and wisdom that guides. Be assured that I hear every quiet prayer you whisper, and I rejoice in the sound of your heart seeking mine. Your dependence on me pleases me very much, for this is a sure sign of your faith, your love. Walk in this blessing, and let the peace and assurance it brings to your life touch all you meet. You have looked for me with earnestness, and you have indeed found a place. In my presence, you are loved, deeply loved, exactly as you are. Yes, I realize you are not a perfect one, because none of my children are. But I do see true repentance in your soul and such sincere struggle in your life for change. You are working diligently at reshaping your character, remolding your attitudes, and changing your perspective on life and the ways you relate to others. And thus, in recognition of these efforts, I have prepared a consecrated way for you. Indeed, you pass through difficult times, and each has been smoothing and purifying you, making you into the image of the person you should be. But listen, behind you now is the hardest part of all your trials. At this point, indwelt by my Holy Spirit and instructed in my word, you now have divine insight, which has been given you for living, to guide you in making wise decisions, so that you can go through life in grace and discernment. You are learning how to stand up to peer pressure, especially of those friends who have not really been companions at all, but more so robbers of your peace, faith, and security. Their negative influence on you will not have sway again. The more mature you grow and the more my wisdom shall be applied, the more you will be able to discern those who mean well for you from those who do not. It will be by this discernment that you will be guided and guarded, whereby your faith can grow without let. Walk courageously into this next season of your life, for you will find that my love and my guidance never shift in your life. Indeed, as you go forth, you shall feel a peace, a security that is not easily rocked anymore by the ups and downs around you. Your faith that was once easily stolen will now be a stronghold secured by wisdom and watered with divine love. Let this be a cause of great rejoicing, for this is not only testimony of your faithfulness, but to my grace which never diminishes. You have been seeking me this day when you need someone that you can lean on, and in my being here with you, you shall receive the strength to make a steadfast stand against any conflict that may come your way. And as you rise from this place, heartened by our sharing, so shall power be seen in your face. There will be light in your eyes, reflecting joy anew. Doors will be opened to you, and chains that have bound you will be shattered. With your attitude of gratitude coupled with a smile of radiance, I stand ready to shower my blessings on you in abundance. As you stride forth on this journey, know you will not walk alone. I will surround you with people who will be around you and who will uplift and support you, who do not condemn but rather add their input constructively to your maturing faith. They will inspire you to foster a greater harmony and unity within your home, motivating you toward the living out of values of love and acceptance at the core of your beliefs. Be very wise and selective with whom you allow into your life. Keep away from those who would make every effort to sow division between you and those you love. Sow seeds of doubt and suspicion deep in your heart. Such influences are not for your highest spiritual and emotional good. Connect to and align with those who will reinforce your connection to me and to those you hold dear. Travel this road in confidence, for it is laid with the promise of my guidance and protection. Therefore, your life shall not only be one of personal fulfillment but also a legacy of faith and love reaching out beyond your immediate circle. The life will bear witness to the rejuvenating power of faith and an unbreakable bond of my love as one walks this path. You have a deep and personal faith, yet in your family there are some who just haven't opened their hearts to me yet. My desire is to work through you and to use your life as a witness of my love to bring hope to those around you. Dear one, by subscribing, you align yourself with a community that cherishes my teachings, where your heart will be continuously uplifted. I am dressing you with strength. I am filing you with courage. You will be a solid, immovable bastion of faith for your whole house. In this most vital spiritual work that I entrust into your hands, remember above all to need me. Keep coming before my presence. Drink deeply from the revelations in my word, and overflow in my Holy Spirit in every part of your being. This is not just spiritual food to feed you. This is what will give you the strength and overcoming power to stand firmly for your family as a pillar of support and a beacon in spiritual guidance. You will rise refreshed in your spirit and with clear minds as you go over my word day by day, spending time in prayer. In these quiet times alone with me, I share wisdom with you and give you peace that will carry you through the challenges each day brings. This daily time together is essential because it roots you in my truth and sets your heart in alignment with my purposes. It transforms you from the inside out so you can give grace and love to others around you. It is important to keep in mind that the outcome of living your divine assignment reaches beyond your situations. It affects your family and all whom you meet. By allowing my Spirit to guide and fill you, your life becomes a witness to my grace. By being a spiritual mentor, you do not only show an example but create an atmosphere for others around you where spiritual growth is nourished. I call on you, then, to be first in our relationship, to come into my presence where you have gotten true fulfillment and joy. Let this be the foundation from which you lead and love others. I am telling you, this will not only reveal to you the depths of my love for you, but also show how you can profoundly impact the lives of others when my Spirit is working in you. As you walk in obedience and faith, your actions and words will make a deep impression on men who doubt or who cannot believe. Express my love to them through your compassion, your patience, and your perseverance in our relationship. Let them see the peace and the joy that can come through a life grounded in faith. As you demonstrate this faith, extend even more and invite them into experiences that will loosen their hearts. This could be talking about meaningful dialogues, attending services together, or simply showing, through actions, the content of my teaching. For it is in shared experiences that their interest may be first piqued and their heart slowly opened to the possibility of a life changed by faith. Thus, you will not only achieve your goal but also create the environment in which unity and spiritual growth can take place. Be an example to those around you in living, a living testimony to my love and faithfulness, so that others will be inspired by your example to seek me for themselves. As you embark on this mission, know that I stand by your side through the process, leading and empowering you to truly leave your mark in the family and beyond. In the times your courage flies and the burden above seems too much for the world to bear, remember, child, you are not alone. Though the world is going to be hard on you and your family, there is an unending source for hope and the promise that shall not disappoint, protection, love, and guidance. I have destined your family to be greatly blessed under my watchful care. Embrace the warmth of my affection and love as it pours out over you daily. Now I ask you to affirm that for this divine blessing, do you receive it with joy and faith? Declare your belief in my presence and my power. Let us make a holy commitment to each other that you will pursue me daily, abide in my presence, and start this plan of faithfulness right now. This is not a burden, it's a pathway for a blessing and strength. You have a bravery born of faith. Rise up, empowered by these very truths, and step out into the unknown, knowing that you are guaranteed to overcome. You will begin to discover this amazing truth with each day you spend with me. Not only is each day bringing a richer measure of strength, but every test or hard circumstance affords an opportunity to prove the reality of your faith. This journey is not about surviving the storms of life. This journey is about living victoriously in the midst of them. Notice how your example will light a way forward for your family to come closer to me and press on in their struggles as you walk according to faith. For such is the nature of living, shining faith. It will become the light of hope, the witness to the world around about my presence, working life transformation in those who abide closely with me. Rise, thou brave, because thy footsteps are made firm and thy spirit invigorated by my eternal presence. Together let us take this journey. Together shall we see the victory faith assures. When thou dost rise to oppose the torrent of difficulties before thee, do it knowing that I shall be with thee each step. I am that steady stream of strength and courage by which nothing is judged too hard, and no burden too heavy to bear. Feel the firmness of the way beneath your feet, and I laid that path for you with loving care and foresight. Start walking in faith now, with a firm heart, because faith will unleash the power of my presence. It is based on this faith and belief in me that you see beyond the current struggles and look out into the future horizon, into the moment of victory. Faith is not just surviving, it means triumphing. turning trials into testimonies and fears into lessons of courage. Let us proceed united in heart with purpose, united in spirit in pursuit of what lies ahead. Although the journey is long and the trials are formidable, the victory that shall be won shall make worthwhile all that sweat. Stand up, brave one. Ahead you march with full confidence of sure victory, because I am there for you, because of my love, my guidance, and my abiding presence along with you forevermore. Amen. My dear child, give me a time each day, and I will work miracles within you. Let your enemies not achieve that you be made with envy or by bad feelings, because they seek you neither good nor life. But nothing will profit them in their evil works, because today I am pouring the blessings on you. Do then hold fast your faith and my love towards you, and life and time is now at hand. It now ready, and you haven't suffered in vain. Your obeisance is drawn close. Do you but wait for it in a tranquil and cooling mind, and you will have it. For you can depend on my word, as I am pledged to bless you very abundantly, and never shall my word go back upon you. Prepare thine heart, and be thou a companion unto me, and doubtless thou be victorious. Forget not that my redeeming grace over thee is sure and lovely forevermore. Rise, my love, unto me in need. I am myself inviting thee unto experience of my loving kindness, to enter into my forgiveness, and to take place at table with me. This is the place where you will experience the love of my heart, full, infinite, pure and deep, honoring, enriching affection most magnificent. Out of this place, fountains of living waters flow out from me to quench the thirst of your soul. All you need for the good life is here with me. This is not the love path leading to disillusionment with friends who either want you dead or never born. First, they were your friends but led you along the pathway of disillusionment shrouded with lies. Cry no more to those who have hurt you. Rise, my dear, my own, to hear my voice. You are looking for happiness in this life here. If you look to me alone, I am the one who can give you that peace and happiness, serenity, wisdom you need to stand strong and joyful all the days of your life. You have no need of a letter of commendation to be esteemed worthy to this world, nor for those around you to pretend to love you in such a way that, unless you come under their expectations, they spend every breath ridiculing or condemning you when things don't go according to their plans. You were made so that I may have you, find wholeness in me, always at your side, and finally just come and hold my hand and follow where I have led you to success which I have wrought for you. Do not spoil your days seeking to please them. Many of them will resent your blessings. I shall judge them, not you. If they have schemed against you, injure me, not you, but you shall uphold your part of the heart to me. Walk behind me, make supplication for the others. Take care of the family and those others that I have put into your care. You shall come back to me day by day for just this. I am purging your heart even now. What dogs you in the loves of this world? Why hug all those things with wide open arms when I do notice you? What voice calls you that I do not love you? What person woos you to go elsewhere? I do not betray today what I am, and ever was, and always shall be. I never change. I do not change my character with the seasons. Y'all never be alone when the sun dazzles far above. My arms will never ache when your soul is heavy. Showers of thaw will come prepared for you, patient flowers, all gifts. See how I care for you. Take heart, turn them away, the tears they want to sow in your heart. Your enemies would have you lose your foothold in my purposes, endanger your future, and dampen your spirit in order to pull you toward despair and defeat. However, you today align yourself to truth, and you incline yourself to live in accordance with my perfect will for your life. And so, even as the clouds make their shadows of doubt over you and landslip, still shall your raw endurance move you back to me, your source and footing, my way, my truth, my life. I bring you love and blessing only when you are here with me. Speak and do things that bring me gladness. Have no vain thoughts of your words. Let them inspire hope and faith in the one who reads them. Cling to my promises and be not cowed or brought low by falsity and derision. For I say to you, my promises to you are marching on to glory, going to destinations you have only fantasized and imagined. Hear me well. Do not be skeptical of the desire of the angels who care for you and urge you to steadfastness. Dampen not through doubt by one or the other that is desperate to bend you off your course. It is my good pleasure of the perfect will that you prosper. It is my will that your life becomes the sovereign, living, breathing, transcendent example of how God is God of creation and His Spirit at work in the world. Let your senses and affections weigh this in. The time is now. Place your hand into mine, for this is the only way your dreams will be realized. Turn away, allow yourself to be conquered, and you shall continue to remain without victory. There is nothing I can do for you. There is nothing which can conquer life's fulfillment and loneliness besides me. Life will present to you many racked opportunities. Those that deny me and turn back shall continue to remain weary from their own wearisome ways. Arrogantly, therefore, in frenzy, they take leave as if pouring molten lead on their own investment. If you abide under the shadow of my wings, life will take so much to shift your purpose. Sorrow and temptation will come as an attack to your heart, but my Spirit that dwells inside you shall be a shield to protect your heart from falling to despair, confusion, or discouragement. There will be times that you lose courage, and when you begin to question what it's all for. Put yourself in a quiet place to speak with me. I know your struggle. You need to voice your burdens and leave them at the altar. I will turn your mourning into dancing. I will turn your sorrow into joy. I will clothe you with strength. I will turn your weakness into power. Come on, you can get through this. Dark paths will come your way, but you're never alone on the path. Why do I delight in you? It's because of your courage, because of your brave heart, your little victories, large victories. They're because I have gone before you to fight for you. I prove to you that I keep my promises. Even more valuable is the fact that you are a people of such sincere devotion. This, in and of itself, is testimony to how precious you are in regards to the love you have for me. Therefore, keep on blessing me, because the small blessings I've given to you in your lifetime prove to you that my faithfulness is for reals. And it is through those little crannies in your lifetime that your devotion to me is proven. That, therefore, I may infinitely increase what I give to you every day, I entrust the more beautiful things to you. Thank me, then, by raising me with your praises. I want you to direct your highest affections to me. Fix your eyes on me, for when you take me for your director and guide, I, in turn, will make your life a delight every day. Things unheard and unseen, done for you just because you know I care. Your life is to change. Yes, it is a miracle, one that I know you will embrace, and I know this is true. All the things that you longed for, that you have so desperately prayed over, all the things you so long desired, they are on the brink of coming. They are on the verge of becoming. Everything you have dreamed once, they will cease to be dreams. Your dreams will become the real thing. Don't be sad for anything that comes, and don't think of defeat. You're my child, and you're brave and valiant, and you will see how, before the blessing of the love with which I am enveloping you, all those who laughed at you will have to bow down. For you I say I love you. You, with your failings and your mistakes, remembering me when you suffered, thinking of no one else. You in the night when you were most alone. My precious one, draw nearer to me and embrace the path of love and grace. Click join to unite with a community dedicated to nurturing your spirit and deepening your faith in me. Let us walk hand in hand, growing stronger together. It was I who came to you, so I beg you, trust not those who forget you or those who betray you. Abide with me, See how much I love you, and how I am begging you now to commit to me, to live your life, desire your dreams, and put your heart in my hands. I will never leave you. When you fall, I will catch you. Trust me with my words and do not forget them. I do love you, I do magnify you, I never leave you. What you lose, I put back because my love for you is great. Your pride and envy will fall. You have found me with a truthful heart and humble spirit. You know not what you have prevailed in your heart. Sometimes, on the other hand, you feared your life was at an end. Now you shall clearly see how much I love you. All your future is in my hand, and I can change all the turnings in adversity to ways up. You've cried in loneliness when the will to live was dead, but I was drawing nigh to change your time and share the love, to bless what others would take and use to weak you and crush. I will turn to their undoing and add to your enrichment, strength, and beauty. Be bold and set your heart on lofty things. Set your compass by the stars, and with me by your side, all that you believe to be in my heart, you, through me, will one day bring to pass. Think not of failing. Never allow discouragement or disaster to lodge in your mind. Therefore, make morning, noon, and evening a time to call upon me, and pour out your soul unto me, and declare unto me those things that trouble you. I know your weakness, and am always willing to enrich you if you are willing to ask. Such will be a miracle to you that you will not believe that you have such strength, and this will encourage you to move from glory to glory. I do not want your all, I want your heart and your loyalty. Your words of faith say again that you love me. Keep your heart still, forget the tensions of today, and commit them to me. Trust in my love for you. Accept my peace. Open your arms and welcome my consolation. Accept my pardon. I am the Lord of your life, and as your Lord, I am never going to let you to go hungry or to stumble and fall. No enemy can hurt or shame you. You walk tall, as the ability goes erect and steady. Declare your frame. Forget your foes who long to see you shed a tear and yet believe it is true you stand unbeatable. You might feel wearied sometimes, but you have nothing to dread from the apparent strength of your foes, because faith in me must make you strong enough to rout giants and turn whoever affrights you. You are fronted by days of gladness ahead. Be steadfast under trials, and ascertain in thy heart that everything that happens contrary to thy will and desire happens in accordance with my will. Be glad in strife, be cheerful to the cross. Cast off all fear, for as the number of afflictions exceeds, so also the many crowns I have for thee, and grace after grace will be sent down in full measure upon thee from me. By thy faithfulness and strength alone didst thou then stand. You have now decided to indefatigably transcend fear and persevere and hold on despite your testing. Be assured that people do not fail to see strong faith. Today, receive more blessings with my gates in heaven wide open for you, flooding you with an indescribable peace and strength, and with hope I fill your heart. Therefore, be glad as you hold on to life. No more will you stumble, will you fall, but keep on going forward till I answer your prayers, and joy consumes you as you delight over promises kept. And know I am here with you, and soon my provision will show itself most clearly. Hear, see, I am your provider in this life. I hear your prayer, I know your need. Rest assured that you dwell in safety, and all that's been promised you shall have. Let no disappointment hurt you, no anger or alarm. Raise the curtains of your despair and enter the country of blessing and prosperity to which I have called you. Do not desire, besides, my love at proving anything to yourself, for we are tracks walk side by side, and now you trust me greater than you ever did before. Go now and desire me in scriptures. Feel me at work in your innermost being. Feel my voice. Listen with your heart. Cocoon yourself in a sliver of silence. Let me back into your ears and let me speak, over and over. I love you. I expressed my love and my miracles and beauty in the breaths of your daily life, and in the days I continue to give you as an opportunity for a deeper acquaintance with myself. Then I have chosen you to do something, and for the doing of it, I fill your days with more days. Therefore, do not follow after doubt and slither into the shadows of insecurity. I have always been the solid savior of your consistency. My hands have always been stretched out to you when you sit in the dark alleys, and when I send angels, they always come to protect you and save you from the valley of the shadow of death, unless you are safe in my love. But let humility keep you so. Pride can one stumble, but I filled your cup and dropped you into the raging river of my spirit, and you are churning through it and flying over the waves. I have weighed you down with gifts so that you would not topple into sinfulness, but that you may continue to laugh on the face of enemies. More, yes, more days. Scream of your love for me, declare of your love for me, write of your love for me. O God, I love you, be still, and know I am, O God, I love you. I see your soul's knock of heaven's door, praying to rest, be at peace, for I am at your side. Come in, step closer, am waiting. Lay here your burdened heart at my feet. Then all your cares I shall take from thee. Stop looking for bandages, this arm, these clasping arms, this love, to hush you tonight, bring you the peace you want. He'll do the rest. You just let go of it now. All over to me, and breathe easy today. This is the very first time I ever laid your troubled mind. Lay all your trust on me, my dear heart. Just rest and put it down. All want and purpose within you is, as my silence. Strongman, heal within my quiet still. Weep if you must, for the storm is coming. Reach out to the wheat in the wind, for the trial will come. Believe me, perhaps 1,000 times more, and you will call out when there comes a trial, wait, Lord, wait. Be my rock, my refuge, save me, I will rest you, but never be afraid. I warn you to not fear. They will come, but do not fear. I am your fortress and the road to safety. I will ask you to renounce evil thoughts, not to let unworthy things dwell in your mind, or despair babble from your lips, but just to give yourself into my keeping and rest for a while. I am laying my hand upon your head, shaking out the tension, putting peace and patience there. You are as precious and safe in my keeping. Take my love and rest. As you lie down, then lie down. I am furthering to give you strength and make you wise. You stand firm, and no one takes your peace from you. Go in peace and say to me whatever you wish through the good and the hard times that come your way. My love has been the sword of mercy with you. Know this in your heart. You have no fear. You are brave. You are strong. You are filled with the possibility that in my embrace you will accomplish everything you ever dream. You are adequately endowed with everything you need to succeed. Love and effort between us make sure that no obstacles can win over us. Perceive all the difficulties that come your way as opportunities to get out stronger and wiser. Embracing during this hour obstacles that come your way will surely lead to prosperity and success, because these things were ordained for you. So, as you go through today and journey into the morrow, my child, look but also believe. Hold my hand tight. Through it, strength and wisdom I will pour into you. Trust and believe in the provisions and blessings. For inside of you is the school, the tools to do it, to make the life that you want. Nobody, both your teachers, not your friends, not even your parents, will make the life for you. Never let somebody lessen your dreams. Never let anybody tell you no. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. Do not let anybody tell you can't. As far as I'm concerned, life doesn't work that way. You are my child, and I love you more than I have words to tell you. I love you because you are you. You are so unique and special in every way. I really want you to be successful at everything in life, and try for success with all your being. Do not let fear of failure let down your spirit. Failure is a teacher, and you can learn from each setback. So, should you fail, that's all right. Get up and use that failure as a tool of learning and just move on. What makes you great is the adrenaline in you, especially under duress, and the dedication that you have. Little by little, coming adversaries or obstacles that go into life make you stronger to then meet better prepared for the next. You're building a legacy, not just a house. When you stumble, don't turn back. Use your disappointment as fuel toward new exertions of your spirit, for you will ever have that rare alchemical capacity to strain for the heights of experience. Keep trying. A stumble on your way will become a further stair up for you. Trust me and feel free to know that you can lean on me while I believe in you. You will never walk alone in your journey. Enjoy every moment, every chance. They are all part of your life. Do not let the doubts shroud your venture. Keep on having faith. Stick to my word, and you will find out that really having faith in my word takes you beyond your limits. This road may be rocky, but also full of choices that will make you grow and build character to tear your limits apart. Walk towards your dream, believing that every single step is getting closer to them. You are stronger than you feel, and you are better than what you have convinced yourself of. Believe in me and in the powers that lay hidden in you. You were not created to fall, but to rise and do anything that is in your heart. You are full of truth and hope. You cast a long shadow with all the possibilities before you, and faith in me, expectancy in my promise to you will get you there to believe in me, and things will happen for you. This is now the time where you shall increase in your faith, increase in your expectations, and increase in your blessings. Dear child, remember always that I am and remain, every single moment, besides you, never failing, never wavering. Know in your heart, regardless of what you perceive, that if you do not achieve exactly what you desire, you will still have passed a little closer to that which you desire. So long as you don't stop trying, so you really do have a reason for every way that you go about this journey toward hopes and dreams, everything. I declare it to you this day. I do assure you with this, that you're going to make it. You're going to win. You're going to keep walking, and you're going to accomplish every effort that you try. I love you. That is why I bring you words that nourish your soul. For now, listen clearly, for I love you most sincerely. As busy as you are leading a life, I tend to believe you are reading, and my words shall be touched and moved and reach your heart. They'll never leave your side in pain, hopelessness, and the battles that confront you, wherever you are. I am the strong and faithful companion through every chapter of your life. Wherever you are driving, I am there with you, whispering reassured thoughts into your mind. When people seem to have forgotten or dismissed you, even then I am listening and loving. Even when friends are there no more, I am waiting for you. I will not forget you. I will not leave. I will never leave you. I will no more leave you than I will leave the air you breathe or the wind that blows on your cheeks. My word concerning you is forever settled in heaven. No earthly opinion or judgment will ever outweigh that you are my beloved child. Accept the applause of the world as a nothing. Be at peace with that, because whatever the world offers comes to an end one day. Trust me. Have faith in me. Have hope in me. I will not ever let you down. My love is pure and it is wise. I can't deny what is wrong, but I don't hate you. I love you. I'm sure you are going to finally respond to the love when you truly come to fully comprehend it. Not for you to ignore what you have done, but listen to my pleas for you. I can't stop. For I know when you are confused and lost, I feel it in my heart. And when you are running blind to promote your goals, I feel it too. When all is gone awry and you think you're lost, when in your lies you drown, just run to me. Never embrace foolishness and pride. Be wise before all is lost. Wisdom is the foundation on which successful and happy efforts are built. My precious child, subscribe and join those who seek my truth, so together we may grow in love and inspiration through my words. My child, hearken now unto my words, to that which I speak. Thereby thou shalt learn the wisdom thou seekest. Behold, I know thine anguish, the burden borne of thee, but remember, my child, thou art not alone. My child, hearken, the heart of man is often backward in acknowledging its limitations, to recognize that there is always more wisdom to be gained. But pride, that most insidious of sins, deceives the soul into thinking it has hit upon the highest peak of understanding, which blinds it to the great stretches of growth that have not yet been conquered. Remember, in my infinite wisdom, I have made a world where learning will never end, and even the mightiest oak was an acorn at one time. Grow in knowledge and spirit always, for it is through this that you shall be brought closer to me. I will be right here with you, every step of the way. Sometimes you may feel like taking shortcuts or giving up, but you've got to fight, because there really aren't easy hacks for life's complexities. Wisdom, humility, and patience are what transcend any problem. So attend to the cultivation of those virtues, for they are the solid basis upon which all genuine success and true happiness shall rise. Remember that success is not an end, but a process. The very habit of working, something you must initiate every day. Even when the process goes very slow, beware of pride, for there will be a lesson to learn, an obstacle to win. Cheer up. You must not now grow tired. Persevering in faith is the most important thing. Always remember, He'll never leave you, and He'll see you through. Trust in me, and you will always find a way. My word shall ever endure that all things work together for your good. I promise. Yes, I know, for I walk this path. It will take you to such wonders as you cannot even imagine. Also, it will take you past and through challenges you dare not imagine. Notice, please, I am with you now, and through my love I am sending my words to your heart, words of tenderness and of serious promises. I have been with you every day. I have seen you smile, and I have known your tears. I know the shape of all of your burdens. I never stopped loving you, even when you closed your heart to me. Welcome me now fully into your life. Now, be flooded with my joy, my peace, and my blessings. Just soften your heart and let me be your home, your haven. When life becomes overwhelming, no matter how far or how often you may feel I'm not real, I love you. Come, it's me, standing at the door of your heart, praying that you will let me in. Come walk with me in the shadows of your day, and I'll be your light. Let me silence your chaos and speak joy to your soul. The enticement of the world will cause you to walk away from me. I will patiently wait for you to say yes. Allow me to be the one, then, who satisfies the deepest longings of your heart and sets you on the right course. My presence can transform your life. I can heal your deepest hurts. My peace can keep the raging waters at bay in your life. You need not wrestle alone with your problems. In your soul, come and tell me. Lend your load, let me smooth your brow. Share with me all your woe, from break of day to night. I am here for you, and all shall be well, though your sins be without number. Nevertheless, your falls are many. Sins and faults you've cast. Will I listen? Will I hear your serene? You are loved and hugely treasured. Let not shame or remorse make you think otherwise or stand in the way of my loving and open-armed embrace. My mercy is all-inclusive. My grace overflows much. Be certain that in my love you will always find perfect peace, tranquility, and blessings. Child, pause. Do not harden your heart towards me. Whatever is next for you is for your ultimate good. Yes, at times life is hard, and the obstacles in your path are vast. But remember this, I am with you. I will not let you fall into despair ever, and I will never let go of your hand. And I will walk you through green pastures, beside the still waters. Let me live, move, and have my being in you. Now, willfully and consciously open your life to me. Allow me to find a place in your heart and to permeate your life from within, rather than being incidental to it from without. Turn not away from me, my child. Don't just write me off when the clever verbal deceptions of charismatic con artists, seeking only your applause, adulation, worship, and your money, dish up just dizziness and distress. My son, my daughter, do not shut me out, but rather open wide the doors of your heart for the flood of my presence, that I may transform you with peace and joy according to my love. Let me find a home in you, where I might suffuse you with the love that is going to last through all eternity, never to fail, with a love which does not pretend you are perfect nor overlook all that you have messed up, a love that will stand firm with you in your weakness, failing when you fall, and remaining steadfast to see you through, picking you up humbly so that you can face your mistakes and move forward. Be mine a home and my aid when you're needy, my comfort when you're crushed, my strength when you're weak. Open up to me, my children. Do not let past failures obscure present and future gifts that I am ready and eager to bestow at my unjudged, merciful, overwhelming table of grace and forgiveness, to which you're invited each and every day, to be fed with living bread, to be offered abundant grace, and to receive the presence of a loving Father, a freely granted grace. Come with me, take my hand. This is the best decision you will take in your life, and for the rest of your life. You will not regret doing it. You shall only reap far greater harvests of grace and blessing than you can possibly imagine. Be not afraid, all shall be well. Perhaps what you are longing for is not to be found in the ordinary world. So turn inwards, lift up your heart, and then when the treasure of your heart is uncovered and you come alive with the overflowing gold within your soul, you will find nothing more to be sought for. In your own openings do you make the openings in the universe, and through which change flows into all the things that had affected you. And all at once the world became changed, and you felt good. Be brave, for I am a church, and so are you, and so is one you love. And I will hold your hand and not let go. Hear me. Do not shut me outside your ears. Not through the spoken word, but in silence. In the night between moonset and sunrise, in the splendor of forests and meadows, and in resplendent officers, one is embraced with the whispered thoughts of the Spirit. You are loved deeply. You are loved unconditionally. I am here for you always. Just give me your heart, and I will fill it with my love and forgiveness and blessings. I am talking to your heart in the midst of the busyness of your life and all the challenges that are coming. Know that I am right here with you. I care and love you with my limitless eternal love, a love of purity and devotion, always striving for your best. This love compels me to say unto thee, I will never leave thee. Wherein lied any promise to you shall come true in wheresoever you go and in whatsoever happens to you. They'll forever bless you with all good things. For I have brought you forth, nurtured you since you were a babe, and propped you up when you took your first steps. I rejoiced during your moments of glory and wept when you were hurt. For I have been your constant companion, and there has never been an end to my love for you, not on this day. While all of your friends turned their backs on you and hurt or scarred you, my arms were the ones wrapped around you. I have never left your side. Open your heart wide this day and at all times, and make of it a sanctuary for me when the storms of life beat upon you, and a stronghold into which you may hide from your weaknesses, that I may then order your steps in the way of hope, peace, and joy. Come unto me, all you that are. Come when you are so full of tribulation, that the vertical drops of your feet beat marble steps, for I am ever with thee. And no matter what privations thou haste to bear, no matter what treacherous and deceitful friends thou hast, no matter what doors are shut in thy face, my love shall never falter and never shall it cease. It'll be with you forever, never to walk alone. When you start to feel lost and full of doubt, look in your heart, where my flame will eternally burn, for I am the light, guiding you through the darkest night. I will open your eyes for you to step out of the shadows. You're going to be in the dark, but you'll have light for the path. When it seems there is no one that's going to fight your fight, know I'm going to be there. When it seems I have forsaken you, in your darkest hour, rest assured I am going to be there by your side, my arms open wide. If people ought not to let you be, then I shall hold you close. I will be your home. I will be your fortress. You remember, loved one, this is an imperfect world, and hurt is going to come your way from time to time. The black dog will visit and snores and snarls and bares its teeth just inches from your face. So you must remember this, too. I am, and I have always been. I am with you now, at your side, as I have always been, as I shall always be, and as you will one day be when the black dog visits someone you love. And I will be there ready to listen. When in a moment of gloom you call me, I am at hand. Whenever your spirit fades and your hopes are few, my child, you are loved, you are needed, and you are never alone. May my love be your guiding light, comfort, and strength. We will go through it together, and you will come out victorious. My dear one, subscribe to our community, where my words of hope and encouragement flow abundantly to uplift your spirit each day. Amen.